You've got a floor in your home. You might have wood. You might have carpet. You could have tile.
Is that's the end of the song?
Tile is an intricate style.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When I don't eat anything, my stomach's filled with bile.
I don't know what that doesn't have anything to do
Yeah,
with
this
flooring.
went sideways. But I wanted to give the listener the opportunity to understand that when we do these ads, they're not always going to be great.
Yeah.
Just like your life. When you get out there, when you put yourself out there, when you try something, understand that it is the mere act of trying something and putting yourself out there. That is where you're learning.
Okay, yeah.
It's not the end result. It's not the memorable jingle that, Justin from At Home Floor Store and his team will then benefit from. It's actually the failure that I had in writing that.
Yeah, that's
right?
what makes it great.
That's what makes it great.
The fact that it was bad makes it great.
Thank you.
There it is.
That's why our advertising works.
We're open. At Home Floor Store. Tile with style.
Whoa! I love that. Tile with style.
Yeah. That's not their slogan.
Yeah.
They don't want it.
You want wood? They got the goods. You want tile? They got style. You want carpet? Biddly barpet. See, I failed again.
That's what makes it good.
That's what makes it good.
Me and Daniel got all of our flooring from At Home Floor Store. Our whole houses, our carpet.
We got all of our flooring from another house. We killed the people inside and stole the flooring.
And they save you money because they don't have to have a giant box store with insurance and employees.
They don't have the dumb brick and mortar thing filled to the brim.
Yeah.
And then they're forcing, this is what happens with a lot of those stores, and they're forcing what they have on you.
Yeah.
Because they have to maintain, they have to keep that stuff in their vicinity.
So At Home Floor Store, they can get better quality product from their dealers. Everything you could possibly think of, luxury vinyl plank. I've got the wood-looking tile.
That's tile with style right there.
Yeah. And Daniel got the luxury vinyl plank
that
you can lay over your flooring. It's basically indestructible, waterproof.
Oh, it's fantastic.
We've both got carpet, really nice carpet.
Maisie says it's great for cartwheels.
Yeah, they can save you money because they'll come to you with their At Home Floor Store van.
And they're really nice people.
Yeah, I have all the product samples. You could even leave some in your house so you could walk by, look at the flooring
That's
samples.
exactly what we did.
Yeah. And then they have all the installers. Their installers are great. Justin Whitaker, he's a BDM. He started with us years ago. He's done tons of BDMs. Houses.
He's got a couple right here in Baldwin that he's doing.
Yeah. It's at homefloorstore.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially Fun Friday! Yeah! We're open, baby!
All right.
Right in your face. You got Fun Friday. We are open, baby. It's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here. Butler is not here. We'll get to that. Seth is not here. We'll get to that.
Man.
Ross could be here, but you know what? We're giving Ross the day off. Because he doesn't deserve... Look, Ross, you can say what you will. The banner, the Post-it notes, puts the time and effort in, never late, always stoned. But Seth, I'm worried about Seth.
No,
he's fine.
And I'm worried about Butler, too, but for another health reason. I am also worried.
What's the chance that he never comes back?
Who? Seth or Butler?
The chances are high.
Oh, way high.
And he is also way high.
What are the chances that Butler never got there? Way high. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of what are we even discussing here? Welcome to the show. Yeah, let's get our stuff out of the way here.
We have some new merch, courtesy of Villain Clothing Company. We partnered with them, and we did some co-branded stuff. And
I'm mad we didn't get first dibs on that. It's probably already almost sold out.
I don't have any.
I know.
I don't have.
What was that? Why didn't we bargain that deal?
Okay, now I'm going to quote the biggest White Claw drinker I know, Tracy. White Claw Tracy is what we call her now.
Yeah.
And she hates it, I think, because she
embraces it.
Do you really want to have an alcohol right before your name? Nobody wants that, right? Like, hey, look, it's Bud Light Berry.
I see what you're doing.
Twitch name is Tracy Claus.
But anyway, so Tracy Claus she has the tube, and then she's like, it works really great. I love it. I said, I don't even have one, and then she just replied to me, ha ha ha.
Well.
Not nice, Tracy.
If you go to tomanddan.com and click on the villain link, you'll see all the items that we have. And we currently have a White Claw tube, which is
a party tube, guys.
Fully supplemented, basically.
It's a wetsuit.
Yes.
A wetsuit for 5 White Claw that has a shoulder strap so you could put it on your back like a quiver of arrows.
Yeah. Now, we designed this because this was made for bullshit soda cans. And fuck soda. This was made for White Claw. We re-engineered, the villain people re-engineered the whole idea. Yeah. And you know why we went with 5? Because one's in your hand.
Yeah. That's right.
Also, it's got a zipper, fully supplemented. The entire thing is branded Tom and Dan with that, like you said, wetsuit type material with the strap and everything. I went on there. I was like, what? I thought it was a mistake. I was like, why is everything so cheap? Like that.
Tracy's taking it to her son's soccer game tomorrow. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's $16.
Yeah.
Fully the hammock. We've got a hammock as well.
I don't have one.
I want that one.
I don't have one, Tom.
Those are the 2 things I want.
It's fully
You're bringing up everything I want.
Like printed from the fully supplemented Tom and Dan's the carpet
you say
pattern.
Fully supplemented one more time.
Sorry, but what I'm saying is
just saying the quality.
We didn't get a cheap Chinese hammock and just put a little Tom and Dan stitching on it.
It's a real Tom and Dan hammock
and $24.
But I don't have
why
one.
is it so inexpensive?
And I don't have the flag either. Isn't there a flag?
We got a flag.
And
we got
I don't have the dog
leash.
leash
We got a lanyard.
Yeah. The
lanyard's nothing.
Lanyard's $6.
But
custom Tom and Dan lanyard with a clip at the end. It's not some cheapo shit lanyard. I don't know. It's insanely cheap.
You seem surprised at our own products.
Well, I was surprised at how inexpensive it was. I was like, you could have sold that $10 all day long. Anyway. Go check that out. So Butler, it was Butler's 40th birthday.
Oh
man, yeah. So
and he does these things I turned 40 4 years ago, and he does the whole thing where it's like a picture of a beard. He's like,
here's the 40.
I hate that. Why people, and then girls do this. Yeah. I know my girlfriends that turn 40, they're always like, #this is 40. What the fuck?
That was a movie.
Why are you guys trying to make it?
What do I do for 35? I turned 35 this
death
month.
Sentence. My God,
35 isn't nothing.
You gotta. God damn it.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
What haven't you done? You ever been butt fucked?
Come on.
Sam and I were rock solid. Tom checked out.
We reached a pivotal point in T&D media where now there's a divide from the 40-year-olds and the 30-year-olds. I'm just saying, me and Samantha
are the young kids.
I know about all the
You can't even remember what. I know
you're not helping our cause.
The only thing you didn't do was I know what all the.
I know. I know what the cool kids are up to.
My God, man.
So Butler.
By the way, you can't write things that funny.
No,
because that's real.
We have a group text and we text Butler happy birthday.
I knew you knew about it. I knew he knew about it.
And
he
then
checks in every once in a while.
The first time Butler texts us back was it?
Because he didn't text us for a while.
Yeah. Then we were speculating. We're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely in some sort of St. Lucia prison for
Let's
trafficking
also
marijuana.
preface with before he left, he said he was bitching about how it was going to take 2 hours to get from the airport to the resort because they had to drive a certain way, and he's like, I told him just cut straight through the middle. I'm like, dude, they're going to go through the ghetto and get shot. And he's like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, Butler got shot for real.
They just don't want to show the rich people how bad the poverty is.
Yeah, it's not really, it's not that it's unsafe. It's just when you see a small child that doesn't have any clothing peeing next to a dog that's his best friend.
Your vacation.
I saw this. I drove my little Jeep, because they did give us free reign, and I drove my little Jeep through the city, and I saw some malnourished children, and it will ruin your trip.
Okay, and then you're like, I wish my $300 Costas were more tinted so I didn't have to see this.
Yeah, when the kids start asking for money, it makes it equally double sad.
So he texts us back that he already had to call the resort plumber because he broke his toilet.
Yeah,
now,
he says,
I don't know how this keeps happening to him.
So we said last thing was Tom, you were the last to wish happy birthday, which I like. I respect that. You're keeping him.
Yeah.
Like there's a level.
I didn't even want to do that.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
I have a happy birthday period.
I put
it's your birthday period.
It is your birthday.
Yeah, we put like happy birthday and then he said had to call maintenance this morning, broke the toilet. Then Sam says, what did you do? And then I said, the Butler Classic. And then he said, big old Caribbean poo.
So, okay, there's two things.
Is he taking massive shits to break
he's only
the toilet?
been there 14 hours.
He did this on, I believe, both of our cruises,
Yeah,
right? Did
he broke 2 toilets on one cruise, back to back.
And this has been an ongoing thing with Butler.
And
so there's 2 things going on here. And I think it's the latter, and I'll explain. So if you're breaking toilets, you're clogging them, right? So that means
that's what I would assume, yeah.
You either A, have some sort of enlarged, girthy doo-doo. Thick doo-doo, which means that your butthole is wide, right?
It's a wide butthole. This was our theory this morning. There's no other way to say it.
He's so skinny.
But that's unlikely, right?
No, he's skinny, but he is, I bet you he's 68% butthole.
Like
he's all butthole. We all have things on us that are, my nose is bigger,
Butler.
right? Like I'm a 32% nose all day long. You have big boobs, you're a 72% tits all day long. Yeah. This guy's got a big ding dong.
It's mostly pump. I think he's 75% pump.
I think Butler has an enormous butthole. Enormous.
Something's going on.
So I thought about that, and I was like, well, the fact that he'd have some sort of a rare enlarged butthole is probably rare. Like, that would be weird for, he's a normal guy.
We've seen his diet.
It's
he
EBA.
eats pretty healthy.
Are you suffering from EBH?
So here's my second theory that's probably more likely.
Sometimes when I sit down on a chair, the chair goes in me.
He's using...
Oh, God.
Where's my White Claw?
Butler!
So I think it's the second thing. Which,
the chat room, Tactical Hat chiming in. Maybe it's his tail. Doesn't he have a tail?
He does have a tail. Does he let it flop in the toilet?
Is his beaver tail, as the turd comes out, is his beaver tail flattening the turd?
It's probably because he's using too much toilet paper.
Does he lift his tail?
I think Butler has a extremely hairy butt.
Yeah.
Like an insanely hairy butt.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like...
We've seen his feet.
Has he ever mooned us?
He's never mooned me.
it's like if Fidel Castro ate a mountain melt, and then he was trying to wipe his beard off, and it just keeps wiping a marker.
He hasn't broken the toilet here though.
It's like Santa Claus putting on sunscreen on his face. Right? It's a fucking mess.
That has to be because it's either extremely wide butthole or using too much toilet paper. There's no other reason.
What if it's both? Because when you have, I contend, if you have a larger asshole, the hole, you have to use more toilet paper because you have to cover more area.
That's true, I guess, but you would think if it got large like a dog, it goes inverted. Something happened.
I don't mean to start the show with stuff that's this crass, but we're trying to get to the bottom of this. Is his asshole larger than his own fist?
You guys got to look at it.
No,
I'll look at it.
You got to do the research.
I'm the man for the job. I'm the only one in here.
And tell us about the tail.
I am the only one in here that's just kooky enough. Mm-hmm. There were people in
This is medical research.
There were people in Vietnam that were crazy. They're called tunnel rats, and they were small men. They'd get down in the Vietnamese sewers and undo traps and stuff. They were lunatics.
You crawl into the hole. You send Gump in there.
You send me in there as a tunnel rat. I will look at his asshole. I'm the guy.
Report back.
I'm desensitized to my own asshole. I can look at his, but I'm telling you right now.
We got to get to the bottom of his bottom.
But you guys have to be prepared for what I'm going to bring back.
TikTok it.
Like what I feel
That'll get blurred for sure.
It's going to look like the mouth of a fleshlight. Like it's that actual.
Wow.
Like,
you think it comes out?
No, it's like just big with a opening.
Oh, you mean
a coin purse?
Now, here's another question I have.
It's not like a balloon knot.
Again, not trying to get too crass. Is Butler's asshole so large that it's always open like a mouth breather? Is it always
maybe a
loose butthole?
Hold on. Do choppers have big old girthy doo-doos?
And dare I say that Butler's ass is where open, baby? I mean... all the time. Is it all the time open, baby?
I don't know. You'd think things would be leaking out.
He's got big old Santos.
Big Santos.
Big Santos. And also, another crazy person we know, Seth, is...
this one's a little more sad. Butler's fun.
He's coming in today, and...
is he?
We'll see.
Is he coming in?
I don't know, because I text him. I text him, obviously, last minute, like I always do, and I say, hey, you coming in Friday?
Oh,
and I know he has nothing to do, because he does nothing.
No, he has a lot to do. He has a lot of sad stuff to do.
And
driving all over town, doing his little sad stuff. Look,
he's never been busy and couldn't come in. I'll just say that.
That's true.
Not
Unless
one
it's
time.
a doctor appointment.
Yes.
I am listed on my medical documents. It says that I suffer from anxiety. I am obsessive compulsive, and I also suffer from hypochondria. Mm-hmm. That's diagnosed. But he is way, way in a different category, and it has gotten to the point now where I am concerned.
So I text him. I'm like, hey, how you looking on time? I need to know where to start because I have something to bully him about.
Oh, boy.
And he's like, I'm sitting. He sent me a selfie. And he's like, and he has a medical mask on, and behind him
he sent the selfie as proof. That's when it starts to get embarrassing.
Well,
I'm serious. I know about this.
I'll show you. The behind him is the chart of your nasal passages and the old anatomy chart where it cuts it down.
I don't like those, by the way, and I don't like the little models either that they have in there. I don't need that.
So
leave that out of there.
So he sent me here's the picture of him at the doctor show Twitch.
You're real pale.
And then so he's like, I'm at the ear, nose, and throat doctor waiting for my results. This is hour ago, and he's like, I'll text you when I'm leaving.
Results of a corona test?
Then
COVID or
then I took I zoomed in on the photo, and then I said, tell your doctor I think I found the problem. And do his big old cauliflower. And then he's like, you uncompassionate motherfucker. And they're like, bullying you. And it made me happier. I was like, man.
You did become in a better mood after
I was like, man, this makes me happy. It's
Fun Friday.
Yeah.
But then I started questioning. I'm like, man, am I a bad person? Am I a horrible person? Why does bullying
I mean, you are, but not because of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm happy
nicest
again.
thing you've ever said.
That is a nice.
That was
that's
so
the nicest
sweet.
thing from
I got kind of welled up a little
You're
bit.
welcome.
So he'll be on his way. So until then, let's do some voicemail, email.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little mail on mail for you if I can find the button.
Mm-hmm.
Is it under M? Is it under where is it? Is it here? Is it there? Is it
Mail on mail.
I got it. It's under G.
No
idea why it's under G.
Gmail?
Well, M was for Mike's weather page, and then O for mail on mail. O is what is O? O is need we say mo? I got a lot in here.
Hold on, why is
You're an insane person.
Need we say mo? Yeah,
Need we say
Oh, how are you married to the most organized person in the world? And you're like, I put the mail on mail under Q.
Well, then
for
QAnon.
QAnon.
Q sent me. R is our team. 2009. There's that. And then,
can't play that
I got
one
Dump 'Em
anymore.
Out. I got, well, we can.
Oh, man, I watched Drop Dead Gorgeous this week.
Can't
and
do it anymore.
They dropped the R word
lot.
less than 50 times in that movie.
A lot.
Was that in the 90s?
Yes, 1999.
That was that R word was a go.
It was a definite go.
R word, baby.
Full go.
Here we go.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by Hollabox Willow Tree Cafe. Swing by Hollabox in Sanford, and when you're eating there, ask for a Tom and Dan pretzel pen.
I think they're running low on those, so I might need to think of a new design.
Yeah, we're going to get Pabone to make us Tom and Dan white asparagus. That'll be the next one. I like that. Yeah, I think he's working on that. But anyway, that's a way for you guys to tell them that we sent you over there, and it helps the marketing and all that. And plus, it's the best experience you could have at a restaurant at Hollabox. And look at their brand new renovation. You haven't been there in a while, check it out.
Yeah, if you like, if you're a barman like I am, you like wood, go to that. That little upstairs wooden bar area. That will set your ideas right. You will love it.
Yeah, Magnolia Square Market for all the German. Everything. The beers, the cuisine.
All German everything.
And don't sleep on those ready-to-eat meals. They have a whole section now of some of their favorites. You buy them, you throw them in what Chef Pat says, Chef Mike, which is the microwave, which is a topic I wrote down because I need to talk to you guys about the microwave. It's great. You can have the schnitzels, the sausages, spatzel, all that kind of stuff, and they have it right there on premises. You can take it home, feed your family.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're starting a new thing every Tuesday, Meat Bingo.
Oh, really?
Where you win German meats.
Oh, that's awesome.
I gotta go.
Dude, you've been talking about Meat Bingo for a while.
I gotta get a good meat.
Meat Bingo Tuesday, Hollabox.
Yes.
I would go to that.
Follow their social media.
So I can win sausages?
Correct.
Well, that's awesome. Because I'd rather win that anyway.
Yeah. Than cash or anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can go to the bank, get cash, or rob somebody.
All right, let's start with the email.
This is from our buddy Ron over there in California. The 2 terms of Tom Chisholm Van. Term 1. He was wrong about movie theaters collapsing. As LA handles 10% of American movie-going experience, I can tell you with the opening of AMC theaters last week that they had sold out all the seats. This shows the support can predicate viable evolution of sustainable theaters. Now, Florida may not be as effective in that, but other area of growth and populace seems to be making the movie-going experience fundamental in Americana. Will it be the same? Probably not. But evolution, as he is a fan of, rarely becomes a determinant to the subject.
Well, it's phasing out, though. You can make an argument that the evolution of it is if it's going to go, I don't mean to argue his point, but I'd say like if the company went from, let's say, $100 billion industry to a $1 billion industry.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And not that it never will ever exist again. It just will change from here on out.
Movies, I believe, the way that we enjoyed them before will be almost like a hipster experience. I almost feel like. I feel like the going, the popcorn, the sitting, the enjoying. I mean, whether we like it or not, it is changing. That's a good argument, Ron. I like that.
Term 2. Tom was absolutely right. Tom called out Lil Nas X for his lean lyrics and promotion of fucking. He knew that kids
he didn't call him out. He just said, why did he put that in there and kids love the song? He just questioned, it's kids' favorite song.
I'm just at the
That's also not Lil Nas X's problem, but he knew that kids don't really listen to the words. So I wonder with Lil Nas X's new single, Monotero, is Tom still his number 1 fan, or at least his kids allowed to dance to it? Even though it's about the young lust of a gay man for another, or has he even seen the video that caused quite the stir for Christians? Has being a person of pure logic also let him show his kids the video? Since the context is lost on them, since they are not Christian and cannot be offended. P.S. Chet Hanks is my problematic guilty pleasure king. Oh, interesting.
He loves him.
He fell in love with a black woman and had a baby with her, so that's why he got into the culture. He be fine as fuck, though, and I want to throw out his bussy hard. I've never, okay.
Give me all heartbeat.
Making those cakes clap. He wants to make Chet Hanks cakes clap.
Yes, he does.
I sadly have it for white people who act hood. I also love a white girl with box braids and big hoop earrings. Lord help me.
Hey, man, you like what you like, right? That's the beauty of life.
So his second point, we're saying I'm right.
I haven't seen the video yet, but I have seen the controversy.
I've seen bits of it. I like what Lil Nas X is doing now. He had shoes that came out last week that were like modified Nikes that were like all black and like they were very satanic, the theme, and it had like satanic imagery on there, and they had like a Bible verse on there that talked about like maybe a fallen angel ascending, and they sold out like. I think there were like maybe 250 pairs. They sold out immediately at $1,000 a pair.
Yeah.
And then he got sued by Nike, or at least a cease and desist, because he's doing a lot of cool kind of kitschy pop music things. And yeah, I like him a lot.
Well,
I find it interesting that there's such controversy over it. It's like, well, if you let your kid listen to Old Town Road, that's on you.
Well, is there only controversy?
He didn't make kid music.
Well, is there only controversy because he's kind of a weirdo, and the fact that he's like a gay guy country
I'm sure that doesn't help.
Artist? No, I'm just saying, is that the only reason he's on the radar? Because it's not like we're talking about curse words, right, and sexual imagery, and that's been in music for the last 50 years. So what are we debating?
Yeah.
Fake outrage.
Yeah, I think people like
drug references, all this stuff.
Nobody
gives
did
a shit?
that.
Yeah,
Nobody talked about drugs in music.
Yeah. Like, listen, I saw it at the Castleberry roller rink when everybody would lean all in my bladder. Everybody's singing it. I'm pointing at my bladder. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I got it too. And it's like it's opiate. That's killed a lot.
Opiate, baby.
It only takes you to try it one time to realize it's pretty good.
It's good.
Stuff.
I mean, who doesn't want lean all in their bladder?
It's really, really good.
Better in my bladder than spilled all over the sidewalk.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't stop it. It's so good. So
it's so good that man. I was going to say something terrible. Censored myself.
Also, like it's weird because this morning we let Max and Tommy watch YouTube now on specific, like on the weekends and on Friday, not during the week now, because.
666 pairs of shoes. That makes a lot more sense.
And we're watching, and I know this thing can be solved by just me vetting this content and stuff. They're too lazy. So they're watching some Minecraft YouTuber, and
at least you admit it.
And he's saying the word idiot and stupid, and those are words that are like borderline. We don't want them to say.
We're not positive words.
Yeah. And then we're like, those are bad words. Try to not say them. Like as they get older, I'm sure that will wear off because when they're 10, it's like all right or whatever. And then you hit the hard words. Like don't say these.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah. But
that's 11.
I'm watching it and then I'm like, hey, don't say those words because you'll get in trouble at school and blah blah blah. But then I was like, all right, well they know that those words exist and like they hear idiot and stupid on this thing.
Who are you, man? I thought you were for freedom of speech.
Well, May calls me out. Like her teacher has a hard line on the words, like some word, like hate is one. I have that tattooed on me. That's great.
Yeah.
And then stupid is another one. And then May will be like, Daddy, we don't say stupid. And I've tried to, cut down on those sort of things. The one thing that has never happened is I've cursed in front of her. And when she was repetitive, she's not repetitive now. Like when you're learning the language, I think as a toddler, you repeat. She may have said something, but I have never, ever, ever had to say anything about language to her, and I wonder if she just already knows all those words because of me.
I'm sure she knows them.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's a level of respect that we have. Like she is never
hiding the existence of words is stupid.
It is.
Yes.
Just teaching kids when to and not, how to say
knowledge.
them is
Right.
Although because stupid is considered a not a proper word for a 5 and 6 year old, they refer to it as the S word. Which confuses other adults when my son says, Max called me the S word. And they're like, oh my God. Because they think that's shit because of goddamn 90s radio. It's just, what I'm saying? Yeah. The S word, the C word, they'll say C word. I'm like, what is that?
Wait, what is the C word?
I don't know. You know what that is.
I don't even know. It could be cock, could be cunt, could be anything. It could be cotton candy. I don't know.
But it's not cunt to them, but that's what it means. If you say it, I think it means something else that they deemed like inappropriate.
Did your parents talk to you guys about not cussing?
No,
right?
Never.
You just knew not to do it.
Never did.
Because you'd get in trouble.
Yeah. Just don't say it in front of them.
No.
Right.
My dad never had that conversation.
Yeah.
My dad never had I don't think my dad ever had a conversation with me about my penis.
No.
Hell no.
I'm still waiting for that. And he's dead. That's going to be a weird
one of these days.
One night the ghost will come to me.
Okay, Crystal yells at me. She's like, you should be teaching your sons more about their penises. And I'm like,
more about his penis.
More You don't even update
And yours looks different than theirs, so what the hell are you going to tell him?
I got an old Apple iPhone. He never updates his penis. His penis got the old. It's got iOS 5.21 on it.
That's why there's no motion in the ocean.
It's old as fuck.
And then I'm like,
you can't even get your email to load.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Barely play Snake on that thing.
I don't know anything about theirs. Like pull it back.
Don't say play Snake.
And then they don't want to. I'm like, I don't want to.
Can they pull it back now? Because you taught me about my penis. He was like, you don't pull it back. I don't pull it back. I pull my shit back. I'm like, wow.
For 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, as soon as I came out, I was pulling that shit back. And then you're like, you can't do that. It'll rip the penis or whatever. And I'm like,
no, for babies.
No one ever taught. My mom never told me anything about mine. My dad never told me anything about mine. My dad had.
What does she want you to tell him about it?
I don't know.
Oh.
She's just like, they don't
All
know.
right, you maggots, this here's the penis.
She's like, they should know more about it. They should know.
Pull your penis out, lay it on the table.
They should know, teaching them how to.
Stand back.
Clean it themselves?
They're like pee standing up, too.
Do they bathe themselves at this point? I know you do everything for them, but...
Yeah, they do, but I got to force them.
Gunpoint.
I got to
make sure they wash their ass.
I got to watch them like a goddamn prison guard.
I have to sit on the toilet. Yeah, with a gun.
I'm like, did you wash it? I watch their hair's dry as fuck. Anyway,
they are
face.
your sons.
Yeah. Anyway, voicemail.
Okay. Yep. Let me find you a good one here. I was going for ACT voicemails, and who wants those? Yuck. Those are censored. Let's go to... Oh, my God, there's a lot. All right, I don't have high hopes for this one because it's Mike B, but... All
right.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, guys. Mike B from the Ono Radio Show here. And I posted this in the BDM group, but I wanted to ask you guys on the show, if drinking alcohol and its effects were near instant, like let's say you hit a bowl and you get high almost right away. Let's say you took like a shot. You got as drunk as you would from that shot right away. Do you think it would affect your drinking at all?
Yes.
Just wondering. Have a good one. Love you guys.
I think I'd probably stop.
Of course,
I think I'd probably stop. It's a great question.
Well,
because if you get instantly buzzed after one shot.
You and I were talking about this walking to Publix about how I do have a different alcohol. Since I've pulled way back on it, it fucks with me a lot more now than it.
That you're dipping your toes back in, right?
Yeah.
I think as you get older, I think
that's what
digest it differently.
Yep.
It affects you differently.
You know, Bubba used to tell us that. Remember, he's like,
and I always thought he was a dumb old man.
Yeah.
I seriously, he would say that. I'd be like, "You fucking idiot, doesn't know anything. He barely keep his life together." No, seriously, I'm being, and I don't.
When
mean
he was
that.
in his 50s, he was telling us like, "Man, alcohol just it fucks with me way different than in my 30s, and I can't do it anymore. It just whatever."
I didn't believe him.
And I haven't really experienced that. Although I feel worse in the mornings and poison, and I'm just like, man, marijuana seems like
the better option.
A better option because you not feel poisoned after.
To any of you that are listening to this that might be in our BDM anxiety group, I will say that I've been dabbling and talking to you about it and Sam about it. I'm real open about it. I think that alcohol is one of it may be the keystone, the corner, whatever, the fucking component to maintaining and controlling my anxiety. When I don't, even one drink, 2 drinks, the next day, I can feel it. I can feel the anxiety sitting on me more. Not to be serious, but it feels like I have artificially created some sort of drinkable anxiety that's in my body, and then I don't feel right now. I'm completely sober and exercising, everything. I feel great. But if I have a couple, 2, 3 drinks, the next day I feel,
for sure.
I feel like I'm more ready to everything's more of a fight. Everything's more of an irritant. Everything is more of a
but until you drink again,
then you got to ride the high, baby.
But that's also
that's the cycle.
It's the cycle of
never
alcoholism.
get off the bicycle.
Yeah,
just get that lean in your bladder, you'll be fine.
Nas told you. Anyway, let's do another.
Well, it's Little Nas.
It is.
If you say
How
Nas
dare you?
told you.
Okay,
rule the world.
The subject of this is about the ejaculate backfire mentioned in the Pain Pill Turkey Free show. I don't know what the hell that is.
That is extremely specific.
This is also back from 2018, so let's see what this is.
Yeah!
It says, hello, Tom and Dan and Lee and Sam and Butler. You all talked about a product that you use to plug your pee hole instead of a condom. The conversation also included talk of potential dangers to holding in your cum shot. I've written you before, and you've even read it on the show, but I've been pinching the tip when I masturbate for about 20 years. I jerk off, then when you're close, pinch the tip. We've talked about this, right? Pinching the tip.
Yeah, this must have been the guy. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I just go to the next
No,
one.
Okay. But years ago, I think.
I remember it was like a sticky strip that went over your dick hole.
Yeah.
And then when you would come, it would burst through into like a little, and then you just kind of pinch that off and I guess throw it in the trash.
Like the plastic straw with the chemical glue.
You jerk off, then when you're close, you pinch the tip with your left hand and hammer hand to the finish with your right. Unless you're left-handed, then switch it up.
Oh, this sounds like driving an 18-wheeler or something.
I've never had any pain or blockage. It feels great, and I exclusively masturbate. No self-respecting woman would get into bed with me. I walk my pinched dick to the toilet and drip-drop cum shot for easy cleanup.
Drip-drop? No, you'll be leaking all day like my wife does. I don't want to do that.
No, well, just get a napkin or something. I feel like this seems harder
do what
than
I
just
do.
a napkin. I mean,
everything I do
you Peter North? Or how big of a mess is
I'm
it?
taking a horrible diarrhea. This is the way to properly do it. I'm taking a horrible diarrhea and drinking coffee at the same time. I have my tie flipped over my shoulder.
Yeah. Classic dentist. They call it the classic dentist.
Yeah, it's the
Wait
classic
a minute,
dentist.
Butler's in the chat.
Boy, you must be having a great time.
He said he's drunk.
Ask him how wide his butthole is.
How wide's your butthole, Butler?
Yeah,
we talked about it in the beginning.
We know you have a wide
Ask
one.
him if it's wide butthole or toilet paper. So, yeah.
And then I will diarrhea. I got my tie over the top. I know I have like 2 minutes. I'll jack into the toilet.
No.
Like come right into the toilet. Then
you got to push your boner down, though, right?
Yeah. Well, you stand up. And you go, and then you find whatever you can find around, like a old Wendy's napkin. You put that on the top. You put your underwear back on with the napkin still on the top. Pants on, zipped up. You go work. An hour later, you go in there and pull that paper off. You might have a little yellow paper on the tip. Better than cum in your underwear, and then you just throw that at your sunroof. That's how you do it.
That's miserable. The winning napkin, driving mad.
Smoking cigarettes, driving from appointment to appointment.
Let's do one more voicemail, then we'll take a break.
Okay. Let's see what I can find here. Having fun with you guys today. Oh, this was a long one that I was supposed to save for the Friday free show, so perfect.
Hey, gang, this is Nurse Clark. I've been wanting to leave this message for a while, and I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but I'm really running long on each time I try this. So, I've been wanting to talk to you about how Crystal sees Tom as unemotional. And I really think that it's just a personality trait, and I think it's best to help her understand this if he takes the Myers-Briggs personality test. I know there's a lot of listeners right now that hear that and like, boo, that's not science, that's, moon signs and stuff. And this is not moon signs, this is not based off the day you were born or anything. It's based off of your personality traits, situational decisions. And I think that you could come up with hypotheses and produce results based off of these. If you were this personality type, you would do this in this situation. If that proves true, then it shows some validity in the.
Do you want to continue?
So there's a flaw here because this gentleman is assuming old Nurse Nurse Clark is assuming that when my wife finds out that I can't help.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking if you're looking at a list of superheroes and you're like, you're calling them out, you're like, Nurse Clark. Nurse Clark here. I'm here.
I think he's assuming that when Crystal finds out that it's not my fault that I'm unemotional, that'll somehow remedy the problem.
No.
Like, she knows it's not my fault. It's part of my personality, and she wants me to change that. And that's the problem, because it's hard for me to change. It's not like she's like, oh, you're just not an emotional person.
You guys were together for so long. Like, she has to know that's just who you are at this point. I mean, why keep complaining about something
what you don't
that you
understand
married?
is that she loves him, understands it's not his fault, but also wants to reserve the right to bitch about it. And that's how I am with Andrea. There are certain things that she'll say, well, you know what this is. And I'm like, of course I know what it is. And you know that I enjoy bitching about this.
Okay.
And this is the way it's going to be.
It's all crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the Bill Burr joke is the only thing I have left to change is my personality.
Yeah, Jesse James used to say the only thing left to do is everything.
Because, you're with someone for a long... You gotta... we've been together since 16 years old or whatever. Like, she'd known me for a long-ass time. A long time. You're wearing each other down.
If you had to pick a time that you would consider between the age of 16 and the age of, 38 now?
I'm 39.
39 now?
Yeah.
Barely.
I'm still in my 30s.
We're still in the 30 club.
Yeah, 30 club right here.
My terrible memory.
Me, Sam.
What would you find one?
Fish.
Would you pick one age range that was the most fun? I'd make an argument for right now because you have your full family.
Yeah,
that's not fun.
No.
It's also not.
It's
also not funny. It's not a funny thing to say.
God damn.
I liked it more when my wife tanned and we fucked more.
Oh, I figured it out.
That's an accurate answer. She used to put the sticker near her pussy when she tanned, so you'd get the Playboy bunny. And you know what? As much as that's super trashy, kind of into it.
She tan nude?
My wife?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't tan with your clothes on. Mm. Yeah, my wife used to tan.
Oh, like a tanning bed.
This was pre-Bush, though, when she had a belly button ring. Now she's all white with a bush.
There was
bright white with a bush.
The best time
it's like Gary Spivey.
The best time of my life, there was a 6-month run, and it was right when I quit the radio show, and before Tommy was born.
Yeah.
It wasn't 6 months. It was December to May. So however long that is, 4 months or whatever. That period of time, like I was sleeping, no kids. We were doing this job, so I didn't have to wake up at the goddamn morning show anymore. And then I was like, this is the fucking life. Then all of a sudden, for a baby, then work forever.
Fuck.
Yeah. Then you're fucked.
Here's an update. Butler from our Twitch
I saw
chat
this,
room.
yeah.
Butler chimes in. My umbrella on my balcony just blew 30 feet in the air and crash landed on somebody else's balcony.
And then he says, not my problem. He says he's also too drunk to be in the chat, but yet he is still in the chat.
He got in here a little too late. You're going to have to rewind to hear about your butthole.
He said it was uber wide.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. There's something there. All right.
Tom thinks you got a hairy butthole.
No, we think it's wide and hairy. I think if we took a picture of it, it would not look like anybody else's butthole.
Have you ever seen the top of his feet? They're a furry, real patch
like
hair.
Fur,
yeah. There's fur on the top of his feet and in his hands, and you could tell you're hairy when you have black hair
back of your hand
on the back where your bones and your veins are. Why is her hair?
How does hair grow there?
Grow out of your veins. So for sure, his butt is super hairy.
That is hair veins.
Yeah, it's like growing up towards his knuckles. That's a hairy
Post a picture of your butthole in the BDM group.
You can't do it. Just go to the Discord group.
Go to the Discord.
You want to take a break, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got new music. I wrote this band. They wrote us back. They said they'd check out our podcast, which is really cool. These guys are super awesome. They're a Canadian punk rock band named Belvedere. Some of you may remember them. Back in the day, they were kind of a big deal. They have a new song that they just released. They haven't really done anything, I think, I think it was like 2016. They put out their last little bit of music. So here's their latest single. It's called Elephant March. And we'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this.
There are multiple Fairvilla Megastore locations. There's the OBT location.
Flagship, that's the Big Daddy.
Yep. There's a location right there on I Drive. There's a location over on the Cape. Mm-hmm.
There's a location in Key West if you're traveling and forgot your butt plug.
Yep, and Kissimmee and Secrets Hideaway. But their OBT Fairvilla Megastore original location is gigantic. We have them in every month. On ACT to talk about all the different products, but I saw a BDM post the other day that he went to Fairvilla Megastore and got a bunch of stuff. He was super happy with the customer service because all their employees are the best.
Well, they're knowledgeable. They've been working with a lot of these sexual wellness companies for near on 50 years.
Yeah.
Bill Murphy is the owner.
Yeah.
He's been doing this longer than most of you have been alive, okay? And he's a super nice man. Now, he's kind of moved on. Now his passion is kind of living out his life and making moonshine. But this dude, he went theater, and he single-handedly took his theater into a sexual wellness warehouse in 50 years of being around. It's insane.
I know some people are like, well, I'm just going to go online and buy my adult toys. But you don't. Here's the Fairvilla hand vets all these products, and they've had a relationship with these companies with these companies for decades. And because they vet everything's super high quality. So you're not going to get some janky BS.
No.
Some horribly made
and it's not
adult toy.
It's not sight unseen. And here's another thing, and I'll leave you with this. It kills the stigma of the strip mall, XXX, oh, that's the sex store. No. This is like walking into a doctor's office or an Apple store. It's like walking into a beautiful boutique for your sex is health.
Yeah.
So go there, enjoy yourself, make it a date night, talk to the people there, and you might surprise yourself and have a really, really good time.
Yeah. You don't want a rusty butt plug you bought online. Go to FairvillaMegastore.com.
Welcome back to WJRR. What's up? It's me, Crash. You are tuned in to the Liquid Lunch.
Oh, man. Speaking of Crash, I've been following on Facebook.
That's disgusting. His arm, he almost died.
It's crazy how
gross.
Some sort of small infection cut in your hand could literally cause almost your death. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, you can follow it and see. But
what happens next will surprise you.
So Seth's here. How you doing, Seth?
Good. Sorry I'm late.
So, you were at the ear, nose, and throat doctor again. How many doctor appointments?
This is a new one. This ENTs. I haven't been to ENT in a couple of years. Last time I saw him was for my migraines. This is another appointment.
Hey, Seth, I haven't seen you in a while.
I literally
but my contemporaries have said they see you weekly.
I've learned a lot about what doctors do, what specific things. Like, I had no idea what an endocrinologist did. Now I'm like, oh, my endocrinologist. I have one now. So.
You got one of everything.
You got a gastro, right? You got a gastro.
I got a gastroenterologist.
Who's your gyno?
Of course.
Yeah, you got a gyno?
I have the opposite of
here's
male
gyno.
Here's urologist. I have a urologist.
I have a urologist. Butler is the only male member of this program that has a gyno because his butthole's so big. They have to treat it like a vagina.
So now you mentioned
wide berth
during the break, and I talked about your medical information on the show.
Yeah,
but
HIPAA laws, fuck them.
You said that you found out that you got low T. Now, how is that possible? Because you're the most ripped
work
guy.
Out crazy.
Yeah, and
doesn't that increase your T?
Your muscle
low
mass.
T, just call Mo. Sorry, I just got the point.
I don't know if he can help you there.
I just don't want to have to put that in later, so I'm doing it now.
So, how is this possible?
I don't know. That's why I'm seeing the endocrinologist in 2 weeks. Okay, this is the at-home
You
blood
have
test.
one of the largest and veiniest penises I've ever seen. That's a compliment. Like, I've seen it in your sweatpants.
Well, how are your balls? Are your balls tiny?
Yeah, do you have tiny balls?
No, they're not tiny.
How big's your butthole?
I think they're average. Butthole's tight from the hemorrhoids.
So,
oh, God.
That's true. If you get enough of them, it will retighten. It's like a bundle of knots.
It's like a balloon knot.
They tested your testosterone.
No, I test me because, of course, I know my body better than anybody else.
All right.
So I did
That's what Maisie says.
I did an at-home test, testosterone test, cortisol test.
Oh, you did it wrong.
And it came back low. So then I went to my doctor, and she said, my primary care, he said, "Oh well, it's fine. It's really not that big."
Oh,
a deal.
okay.
I'm
Hold on. I can
bullshit.
tell by the way you're telling the story that you hate that doctor.
Yeah.
I don't hate him.
You can't project
He
like that.
hates when they don't tell him what he wants to hear.
Hey, everybody.
No, I love him actually. He's helped me a lot. But then I went to my I made an appointment with endocrinologist because I thought she might know more about this sort of blood work and situation. And she said, okay, well, I don't go off these blood tests. I order my own blood tests because I don't want to look at other people's. So let's do this again. Let's do the blood test again. Because
I wonder why she did that.
The mechanics are like, I don't trust that other person's oil change. I'm going to do my own oil change.
Well, it was an at-home.
Only Randy knows how to do it.
That's a way for me to charge you an extra $100.
Yeah. Well, it was an at-home one, so she did. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. She probably not make money. So I did that blood work, and it came back the same, even lower actually. My testosterone's fine. My free testosterone is very low, and my bioavailable testosterone is very low, and my sex-binding hormone globulin is very high.
You got low sex globulin?
So
sex goblin.
That's what my wife calls me. I'm the sex goblin because I'm so fucking horny all the time.
So that thing in particular binds the testosterone and doesn't make it available to your body, which is making that's what's making.
So you got the tea. It's just not sticking to your goblin.
You need to get the artificial tea. 2 shots in the thighs. You're back, baby. Imagine how ripped you be with fucking your testosterone.
I don't want
3,000.
I don't
Just drink some White Claw tea.
And you have those moments where nothing can get you horny anymore unless you put a gun in your wife's mouth. And it has to be loaded because you need some sort of reality.
You're road rage crazy.
That's the thing. My temper's still there, but that's the only thing that I've like. That's
how do you do your own blood test at home?
I had to wake up between 8 and 9. They gave you a little pinprick thing and a vial, and you mail it away. Yeah.
So
overnight it.
Will you get on the tea?
Tea. I don't know if
what if it helps you? It probably
if it makes me feel back to normal again and it gets me normal, maybe.
But
I don't want to do like anything that like is going to hurt me anymore, like hurt me more in the long run.
You just get around 1,000 to 2,000, have a range around there. Back.
The only thing that's going to happen is that you will start to form like a head shelf.
That's
you will get the back.
You're talking about the growth hormone that makes the form.
I
get that too.
I want that because I wear a lot of flat brim hats. I kind of feel like it's like nature's flat brim.
I wear hat. Yeah, that's true. It would be hidden.
You see those guys. Bubba has it, but I think Bubba's is just horrible. I think Bubba was like.
Yeah. 300 throw you off the cliff.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Barely made it. High functioning. High functioning is what they call it.
So, Seth, I want to talk to you about your karate because I had a revelation.
Oh, I'm changing the name to Low T Karate.
I had a revelation because I was invited.
Oh, no, it's karate, but the T is lowercase.
So I see on your social media your beautiful karate studio, and Daniel was showing me
it's
like
fucking gorgeous, dude. Like I don't want you to think that when I give you those compliments that I'm in any way exaggerating or blowing smoke up your ass. I know what like this means a lot to you, and it's like when people would compliment this studio meant a lot to me. Like building this out was primarily like I spent a lot of time on it, and it means a lot to me.
And when you come in, it gives you a sense of, well, hopefully for not, still it gives you a sense of peace.
It does. No, I love it. I love coming to work, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you have murals on the wall. You have the ancient Japanese wood.
Did you see the one? He had a piece of wood, and you can correct me.
The stump, the Japanese stump.
It appeared as if you found a stump, you shaved it down, you burned it with your own or carved it, and then you stained it, and then you sanded it, and then you did
That's
this
exactly
yourself.
what I did. Yes, I did all that. Yes.
So you sanded a stump.
It's an old cypress stump. It was,
By the way,
it was plain down.
Full transparency, Tom and I didn't believe you did that yourself. But
I
now
have
we
it on
do.
video that I'm doing.
I
It's
believe you have the
amazing that
time
you would
to
do that.
Yeah. So in
what else would I do when I'm contemplating my own death in the shed of my garage?
Don't do
Oh,
that.
my God.
No.
And then
keep staining.
You have a shed in
keep
your garage?
sanding and staining.
Okay.
You've got your I see your students sometimes, and it looks like they're super diligent. They know they're super pro. And
Well, it's easy as you demonstrated before.
so I got invited to this karate belt ceremony, right? And I don't ask any questions. Crystal, I get in the car, we just start driving. I don't even know where we're going.
That's
and then
good.
in the middle of it, I'm like, "Where is this? Is it in the karate strip mall thing? Where?" There's no, it's at a park. I'm like, "Oh yeah, COVID, they do it outdoors." So I'm in my mind, I was expecting a karate teacher, like the sensei, and then maybe the sensei's assistant, and 5 kids that are doing some sort of they wrap the belt around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's some sort of small affair that we're gonna, we park, and I'm like, my God, there's a fucking lot of people here, like all walking towards this
super spreader event.
This huge pavilion. That's Castleberry, and this huge pavilion, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, are they doing other events? I'm like, oh yeah, must be must be doing a lot of park events because that's where you do events outside now. Right. But no, it was everybody walking to this thing. I walk up, and it was a lot of students there, and there was, probably like 50 students.
Who's ready to do some kicking?
And they started off with like a presentation. Someone, one of their students came out with size, and they're doing the whipping the thing, and they got the bow staff. They got a 30-foot long table full of gift bags and a money wheel.
Nice.
I'm not sure. And the guy comes up there, and then all the groups of kids systematically are coming up, and they're doing the air, they're punching in the air and stuff. And then they're like, all right, you get a belt, you get a belt. And
we all got belts.
They're giving them all, and their kids are happy. They're like, belts. And then it's not even from one color to the other. It's like stripes. They learned how to like fractionalize it. So it's like
it's more.
Instead of going to one
like the Nexium cult.
Yeah, it is. It's like if you brought someone, if you brought a friend, right, and
it is a cult.
They signed up.
You get an extra belt.
No, they get to spin the money wheel.
Yeah.
the money wheel.
I'm not gonna lie, we did have that off the jungle.
You had a money wheel.
We had a money, but it was for kids. It was for adults who brought people in. If they signed up, they spent
money wheel.
And they got.
Why don't we have a money wheel?
They got $50 to $100.
And I'm not joking. Sensei, he had his wallet in his back pocket. He pulls it out and he's breaking money off.
Are you serious?
To an 8-year-old kid for spinning the money wheel because he bought his buddy Teddy.
Teddy.
And dude, and then I'm looking around and I'm like seeing all this fucking kids, and I start doing the math, and then I'm like asking the person, I'm like, how much do you pay for this shit? He's like, $45 a month. So I was like, oh my God, this motherfucker's making 30 G's a month.
Yeah.
And he's it is
$45 a month. That's cheap, actually.
You gotta have money to have a
When you have
money
60
wheel.
kids.
Oh yeah, that many kids. Yeah.
And Seth, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
You got the sanded stump, and everybody knows what they're doing. What are you doing?
The flooring in your dojo took like 6 months for you to and then you're redoing it. You're fixing this and fixing that. And you're like,
dude, just you bring
need
it.
a strip mall, little office, and then you need just a big room, and then you just start funneling in, and it's Belt City, baby.
You don't even need. I can be one of your instructors. I get out there. I'm like, do the airpod. You see the video.
They do that. That's the thing with them. For instructors, they do like a week course, and they're being an instructor in the.
I'm going to take a big beer belly. And you're like, wait a minute. I thought this guy was supposed to be I'm push this guy over. When I was like, and then I was like,
Sensei Harlan. It's always like,
and I'm like, that's the way to do it. Seth is doing it all wrong. I'm like, this guy is making bank, and it doesn't even matter. And
I'm Sensei Marty, the big guy.
I think you have to buy the belts too. Like everything's, you buy the belts, you buy the videos, you buy the extra, the weapon, the size. Then they got some kids that they all want the size. They're selling those out of the back of the van.
Really, that's kind of dangerous. Actually,
garbage. There's all toy. It's all
goddamn karate cash cow.
And everybody and I'm looking around, and everybody's in on it, and they all know, and they're fine with it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The parents know. Like, give me a don't they know?
They
just need babysitting.
Keeps their kids busy.
That's the thing. They just want a babysitter. They really just want a babysitter.
I honestly don't care what you do with Maisie as long as you keep her safe until I get over.
Yeah, see, that's whatever a parent. Most of the parents want. It's just that.
See, kids.
You're working.
Parents actually are team no kids. They always try and get their kids to somebody else. I know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Seth.
It's team no kids cream pie.
Yeah.
I won't let my
optional kids.
I know I won't sell out like that. I don't think I would.
He's got integrity, Tom.
Hey, look, everybody. So you got Sensei Pete over his fucking green name.
I told you.
And you got, I don't want to sell out. I'm Rancid. I'm off Ivy. I'm too cool for the fucking room.
I'm gonna die poor.
I mean, I definitely want to be able to. I want to afford the rent there, but I mean, this was a love venture for me instead of a money maker.
Love? love. No money and love.
What's love?
I mean, I like to make money. That's true.
Mail that to yourself.
That's true. I'm not a daycare karate, as I said in my last post on my...
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
check back with me in a year, but...
I'm really trying... Okay.
I saw the money.
I'm really trying to get May into it because she's into the dance, so I've been showing her your girl doing it. I'm like,
you should see Tracy's niece just signed up. She's 6 years old, 6 years old. Cute as a button. She's out there like doing
Taking
these things.
serious,
She's kiaing. She's at home practicing. Now she doesn't walk in her house without bowing at the front door before she walks in. It's really cute. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's like no bow.
Have you ever had
garbage?
Have you ever had that kind of impact on a kid's life?
No, absolutely not. Of course not.
You got to start your own Tom Van karate school,
and then go head to head with Passion Project karate.
Dude, you make it cheap, cheap daycare. You load it, and then
Butler teach them.
Then you get you get some nerds that want to do karate that are willing to work for free or be interns or whatever, like so they can watch, because with 65 or 75 kids at once, they're gonna have some other people looking to see what's going on, and then you get them to do the punch, and you sell them the belts, and you do the whole thing. You do this presentation every 3 weeks, so I don't even know how often they do it, but I was like,
how often?
Well, I am, and I was going to approach you guys with that. I don't know if you saw my post, but May 8th, I'm having my grand opening at the dojo. I'm going to block off the street, Woodward Street right there, about maybe 100 yards, and I was going to make a big to-do out of it, have some food there, have booze, giveaways, prizes. Might even bust out a money wheel. I don't know. Now I kind of want a money wheel.
You bring a friend.
Bring a friend. And I was going to see if you guys wanted to be a part of it, since it's outside. It'll be an open door thing. Maybe we could make it a BDM type.
What kind of food you guys
charge
want?
$3.
I don't know. I was going to ask you guys if you had any food sponsors that wanted.
We charge $300 a piece for me and Daniel.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
And
that's $400 if you want me to bring my size.
Take that off my wrestling bill.
That's for a 2-hour appearance. Or we could send our merch tent. That's cheap.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Corona.
I got too excited.
You're not worried about that anymore, are you?
No, I am. I got my vaccine last week. My first dose.
Me too.
Last week.
So you're only half vaccinated.
I haven't been talking about it, though, because I want to be anti everybody showing their vaccine and their card. I want to be anti that. So I'm kind of...
I'm not
talk
doing
about
that.
it on the show, but I'm not doing any photos or anything of it, because I want you guys to think that I'm not vaccinated. That's my business.
Have any side effects the day after or anything?
Hell no. I PR'd on my bike. That's what I told my wife. I thought it was supposed to make you weaker. I hit an all-time record on my stupid...
Your arm wasn't sore?
On my dildo bike. No.
Wow.
I may have gotten a placebo or something. I don't know.
They thought you were part of the trial still.
My wife was, and she got her final today. She's all good to go.
Nice.
I got one more in a week.
Seth, do you have any news for us?
I do.
Okay, let's do some Seth.
I woke up 20 minutes before my doctor's appointment and did it.
We can
Quality
completely do
news.
this. We can completely do this. Let me pivot and let me get your intro ready and action.
Douche Bro. It's pretty good.
Douche Bro News brought to you by Toughies, in which...
did you see the new announcement?
Yes, I did, and that's going to be huge. So inside Toughies now, and did we confirm whether it's inside or...
No,
is
it's
that
outside. It's out in the beer garden, yeah.
Okay, out in the beer garden, there's going to be a Swine and Sons, like a satellite location.
Yeah, starting in May.
You've been to Swine and Sons?
Delicious. He doesn't eat anything delicious. He eats
when he does cheat stuff, he'll go crazy.
Yeah. I won't do pork.
Yeah, he eats
Oh, yeah, you might want to avoid
They
them.
got hot chicken.
Oh, they have to. They
Their hot chicken is phenomenal.
Holy chicken.
That's a great sandwich.
Wait, hot? Is it spicy?
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're ruining your life.
spicy?
I saw my acid reflux. Acid reflux.
Acid reflux.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tuffy's in Sanford. Check it out. Also, check out
Sounds great, though.
our hookups page. We got a ton of Tom and Dan discounts on there.
Yeah, Juan's right. It's easily top 3 places to eat in the city.
Damn,
I would agree with
there has
that.
to be beef. There's no beef?
I would agree with. Yeah,
Yeah, they
they'll
do
do
burgers
anything.
and
They'll
stuff.
do
Oh,
anything.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
don't.
And don't
It's not
sleep.
just pork.
They always do everything like it's legit. Whether it's like the sides, like silly stuff, from super complicated to pork rinds and homemade potato chips. It's phenomenal.
You know,
nice.
they bolt the cows the same way they bolt the pigs. It's the same.
Oh, man, give me all the bolts.
What the?
Remember that time that Seth had...
I loved it. I loved
That
it.
was the best time. Right?
It was a better time.
That was a better time.
He's like,
You know what? Let's tell it. Let's tell it. Before we get to news, let's just give it an abbreviation for new listeners because we do have new
Because
ones.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Yeah,
we
I
all know what we're talking about.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
Well, because a dog charity, wasn't
Can
it?
we find it? Can we find it?
It was at the old studio. It was at
Yeah,
the
it
old
was at the
studio.
old studio. We can find it.
well, because it was so genuine. That's
It was
the fun-
genuine. Just because it hit me all real.
Hold on, before we go, I'm doing a charitable event for a dog rescue where I'm going to eat 3 pounds of barbecue pork sandwich. And then you were like, I think pigs are kind of smart like dogs. And then you realized
I
that
did
during
the
the
math.
plug.
You
Oh,
started
so
laughing
good.
and being sad at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It
You
was
still
like-
ate it though, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I ate it.
All right, what you got, man?
So I did this first story because I'm watching this new Netflix docu. I guess it's a
Series?
documentary, docu-series, yeah, about pirates. Have you guys watched the thing about pirates?
No.
It's
Is
Pirates
it-
Lost Cove or something
Oh,
like
no,
that.
no,
or the
no,
Lost-
never mind. No.
Is it
new.
Is it good?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Okay, I'll watch it, yeah.
It's really good. So a handful of coins unearthed from a pick-your-own fruit orchid in rural Rhode Island and other random corners of New England may help solve one of the planet's oldest cold cases.
So they found old coins in
old
an orchard?
pirate coins in a pick-your-own fruit orchard.
Orchard's
Okay.
a flower.
Orchid, yeah.
Orchard is
My
fruit.
bad. But I just figured, like, in today's day and age, it's 2021, like, everything's been... I always think, I know it's not, but everything's been found already. It's so...
Yeah.
Like, everything's, like, been unearthed. You pick your own thing. That has to been... Somebody's must have found stuff there already.
Yeah.
it's
Like
been-
even how they not find it when they were tilling the land for the orchard to begin. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
maybe people are so self-absorbed right now and into themselves that it's the perfect time to find stuff.
Yeah.
So the person who supposedly left these coins was a murderous English pirate who became the world's most wanted criminal after plundering a ship carrying Muslim pilgrims home to India from Mecca, then eluded capture by posing as a slave trader. So it was a murderous English pirate. What is
So
his
did
name?
he bury it at this place, and then that's how they found it?
Well, no, they found it from a metal detector.
So it's
Well, I'm saying the pirate
story
buried
here
it.
is
Yeah,
super
so it
simple.
seems to be
Metal
that.
detector finds something that literally is connected to crazy murderous pirate history.
Do we have to say murderous pirate? Aren't they all murderers?
No. That's what I'm reading in the or just learned about in this docu-series that a
They
couple
were
of the
good
pirates,
pirates?
they were
privateers.
They're privateers and they turned pirate, but they didn't want to murder any of the victims because they were from their own old country and they just wanted the plunder and they invited them to join the
So they were just
the
thieves,
pirates
and they turned into murderers.
Yeah. And they also freed tons and tons and tons of slave ships. Like they freed the slaves, they wanted them to join them, and they said they're free men. Like a lot of them were like good when it comes to that too.
Yeah, some of the books I were reading about pirates, the hierarchy within the ranks of the ship, they were more liberal to people of color on the boats, considering it was like it's shitty. So like if you're working hard and you're good at what you do, then you can work your way. Like I don't give a fuck what your color is.
Yeah,
you can work your way.
Yeah,
Every man on the ship had a say.
Now,
like, it was
of
a
course,
democracy.
that's going to be different ship to ship, but there were some ships where it was would have been classified as like liberal or I guess
Yeah, they're
tolerant. I don't know what you want to.
Well, they just
call
cared
it.
about money.
Yeah,
That's how
it was very much I don't care who you are, just work hard and let's get the gold.
So that was most of them, but not all of them are like that. So this one in particular, the historical accounts of this ship where this money came from said that this band of pirates tortured and killed the men aboard the Indian ship and raped the women before escaping to the Bahamas.
Then there are those
haven
guys.
for pirates.
Yeah, then there are those
then
guys.
there's
I think that was the majority. There's like
Yeah,
the cabin boy, the pedophile, all the bad.
But Blackbeard was really good for he didn't murder anybody either at first. Blackbeard for the 75% of his career didn't kill anybody and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the last 25.
Oh yeah, the last. Well, because I learned he had syphilis and it kind of made him go crazy.
I mean, the first 7 years of my relationship with Andrea was quite good. It's just these last couple years have been.
So I'm always amazed that these metal detector guys report this before they try to take it to the black market. So say you're a metal detector nerd, right? Mm-hmm. And you go around these fields trying to look for stuff, and you find, your dream, I imagine this is why you do it, is to find something crazy expensive, right?
Find some treasure,
right?
Your goal.
So you actually find some pirate gold, and it's actually made out of real gold. I mean, shit, just one gold coin, solid gold coin, is probably insanely expensive, right? Yeah. You find a bunch of those, and I feel like I would be afraid that if I reported it, it would be...
Who'd even report to?
They would take it.
Well, you call the local authorities and you say
call the police
call
and
911.
say, hey, I found buried treasure.
I think they then contact probably the historical society in that area, and the historical society has some sort of protocol where
if I found buried gold, I wouldn't even know who to call.
Yeah, but can't you piss people off? Okay. So I go there, like Tom's saying.
I found gold. Who to call?
Right.
Hey Siri.
No, I think that's what Tom's saying is that like you can only. I mean, yeah, if you want to search your land, like when my parents owned a small property, that was theirs, right? And if they want to search that all day long and find stuff,
whatever you find is yours.
Yeah, whatever you find is yours. You don't have to report it. But I think if you're on somebody else's land, even if you can be there and you find something. If you were to just take it, keep it to yourself, I mean, you could be sued later on?
Well, I would say I found it in my yard.
Stealing.
Well, that's why I'm curious, because it's like I would assume, like, it's been my dream to find treasure. I literally find pirates' treasure, right? Gold coins and shit.
You've never talked about that dream.
And then so I would assume if I tell people I found
find
this
out
shit,
something every day about people, right?
The owner, because let's say this is worth $1 million, right? The owner is gonna the orchard of the land is gonna be like, that's my shit. And then whatever. So I would think
I wouldn't be like that. I'd be like, well, you found it, so
I would be like 60-40.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to take it all. I'm being honest. I would not try to take it all.
Well, that's not everybody. You're not everybody.
Because I allowed you to be there, right? I knew you were there.
He's probably paying to pick that stuff.
Shouldn't this already be agreed on? Like, it's like, if you were in my property searching, well, let's agree the cut.
Yeah, well, we need to know the details of, like, did he tell this guy he was going to bring a metal detector and search around for treasure? Or was he just saying, like, hey, I'm picking fruit? You know what I mean?
This is why there are fences, people.
Maybe he
not at EJ's house.
Maybe these metal detector guys make a deal with people, like, hey, I'll give you 50% of whatever I find, and then the person's like, have at it. What do I give a shit? But then, on even 50%, I would still think, well, I don't want to give a 50% of $1 million worth of fucking gold. I want to take it all, and I'll just take it all, and then say I found it somewhere else.
Is this what you're going to do when eventually your strip mall karate dojo starts taking over?
It's immoral, I guess, right? I guess this makes me a bad person by thinking like this, but the thought would go through your head, or you think, what if the state that I'm in deems this some sort of historical property that now belongs to the state, and I don't get any piece of it? Yeah. Because they have that too. It's like if you find certain artifacts, and then the government that you're in deems those as theirs or whatever. It's like part of our national history. I don't like they may compensate you a small amount, but not to the amount of what you found.
Well, hasn't that happened before with like Mel Fisher and?
But those are
huge treasure hunters. I mean, they're almost going on behalf of like nations into areas. And,
I think those are in international waters, and then you have to go through some protocol.
I think that all has to be done prior to even searching.
Yes,
and I don't think you just show up with your boat, start digging. We found something. Let's work it out the detail. I don't think it works.
I think there's some sort of protocol where if you do find something of value, you have to go through this thing.
But
where
why?
Well, you have to list it in the paper.
It's something like where
we learned that from Mo
after
this week.
A certain amount of months or whatever, then it can become legally yours. I think that like Mel Fisher and those treasure hunters in the ocean, that's how they get, because they do get to keep that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do museums actually pay for that? Do you loan it to the museum, or does the museum?
I think you can do both.
I think you can do both, but I don't know. I feel like if people find the treasure, it should be theirs.
But
agreed.
Think
only
about
if it's your land.
It's going to be a fight.
I will agree with that. Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Because
or work out an agreement
if that's
with the person.
Case, it'd be like you could step.
Yeah, but like, why do I have turn it over to like the government? Fuck
you know,
that.
this kind of goes.
They didn't even know it existed.
You know, we can whittle this down to almost like Florida trash people style. It's like you pulled your old desk chair out to the curb, and then you see like your neighbor come and get it, and then for whatever fucked up reason, you're like, well, I don't want you to have that. That's trash. So you have this weird dick out fight in your mind because you're a sick individual, you're like an insane person. But you know what I mean? Like there's a weird, can you imagine if somebody came to my townhome and let little patch of land, what is it? 4 feet? And then they were like, and they're like, oh my God. And then they're digging and they're like, there's a gold bar here worth, $9,000. And I'd be like, well, that's my gold. Nope, sorry, I just found it.
No, you can't do that on someone else's property, no.
Anyway, that's, it's interesting that people report it, and
I just downloaded that show too.
There's something I've heard. There's like something like insane amount of tons of gold that is documented that actually they know it existed and it's somewhere lost.
Oh, the big one now. The big one now is shipping containers.
Oh,
the big one now is that because we're such a consumer society, and because of COVID, and because we're and remember the big, look, the canal's stuck, this boat, that whole deal, all of this, they're stacking those things higher than they ever have before. I listened to a whole thing on Apple Podcasts about this. They're stacking them higher than ever. And the amount of containers that they're losing into the ocean is higher than it's ever been. And the containers are old, too. So in the ocean, there are, they don't even know, they don't even have an accurate count of the amount of technology, computers, cell phones, food, anything you can think of is in the ocean in a shipping container. And they're having to make new shipping contathers now to kind of make up for it. We are just straight shitting everywhere.
Well, that's all garbage. The Valley's doing it. Yeah,
are those airtight? Is it just
no. We're just straight shitting our garbage everywhere.
Yeah. That's
it's sad.
The human race is terrible.
It is sad.
As long as there's no plastic, it's just
and they showed a video in this thing of to make up for the fact that we are behind, they're stacking it higher, and then these things list back and forth, and then shipping containers is falling like Tic Tacs into the ocean. It's disgusting.
Although I do feel like the old people when I was young were like, look, we're destroying the world, and now I feel like, I'll be dead anyway. So who cares?
It was only a matter of time before everybody got there.
That's how everybody feels, right?
Yeah.
Well, older generations don't give a fuck about anybody. That's why the planet is the way it is.
The young generation's like, wait a minute, I'm going to be here longer than you, and they're mad about it, but you're like, I'll be dead. Who cares?
People keep having kids.
I'm just glad I was able to get all my products from Amazon fast.
Next story, though.
All right, well, here's something good for the environment. Electric vehicle owners now have many more options to charge up. The City of Orlando leaders and the Orlando Utilities Commission on Thursday unveiled a new charging station network throughout the city. Just as Biden administration is making a big push to get more drivers into electric cars. More than 30 locations all around the city, including parks, community and senior centers, parking garages, and other public places on sites for 100 of these newly installed charging stations. The goal is to increase zero-emission transportation, which is also a goal of the Biden administration.
So how long does it? Who's ever driven an electric car?
Who got an electric car?
I've only driven a Tesla one time.
But have you ever seen someone charge it?
No, I don't know anything about it.
My neighbor, next to the karate studio, is Create Coffee, and he's got a Tesla, and he installed a charging station right behind his thing, so he's always charging his Tesla out back of the karate dojo.
So
did he do it just for himself?
Yeah, he did it just for himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you
making a lot of money on that coffee.
Well, I think the government will they'll
like a tax break kind of thing.
They'll opt in, and you get money off, and you get you can almost get a deal because at one point I think you become like
a service almost.
Yeah, don't you get don't you get one in your garage? Right? When you buy the car, I think they set you up one in your garage.
No, really?
Yeah, so you can charge it.
That's going to be in the price, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, I think
dude, it was easy. My electrician who did my karate dojo did his. He installed it out back of the building. It was easy. It took him like 3 hours.
Cool.
This is where we're heading, right? And
really cool.
Unfortunately, because I like the sound of my engine.
Well, you can get that.
You get that installed. You can change it to anything you want.
Oh, that's true. It sounds like
change it to a Ferrari.
I like the smell of the gas.
You can do that. You get the cologne, spray it under your armpits.
Damn, you got an answer for her.
Well, they'll have it. There will for guys like you that like with nothing better than that old Mopar.
I got to make up for my low T with
you'll be stabbing your thighs real soon.
You do have to pay for it. Yeah, but you can get one. Like most of the guys that I know that have it, they buy the one that's in their garage. So when they get home, they Pop it in.
All cars are going to be automated and electric, and
It'll be a while, though, dude.
it will be a while, but I feel like by the time my sons are 16, so like 13 or so years, we'll be transitioning into it, and they'll probably
I don't think so.
not see
Nazi.
the
They will probably not.
the advantage of even learning to drive. Think about what's happening now, where
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
kids are turning 16 and not in a rush.
Blammer.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
Blammer.
Live blammer. That was
No,
wet.
no, come
That
on.
was
You're gonna
wet.
give yourself pink eye as soon as you
It
get
went.
talking.
That's how I shoot
Trying to
people.
start your engine.
Yeah, that was my
Can you
Tesla.
get COVID from ass juice?
Ass juice.
Or ass
Oh.
air?
It's Fun Friday. I thought you guys wanted my kind of stuff.
It just
Oh, look, I offended Grandpa. He's going to tell us about where cars are.
I think you're underestimating what our economy, the oil industry and everything. I think you're underestimating how strong that is. It'll be a while.
I don't know.
It seems to be going faster
like
than
we're
I thought, to be
rocketing
honest. Yeah,
towards
it does,
everything
yeah.
being electric cars.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, every
But how many people do you know with electric cars?
not so many
Okay.
yet, but probably
Not rocketing.
in 13 years. Like think how
But they have
fast.
plenty of charging stations for nobody driving cars.
Right.
I mean,
and they're expensive as hell, you know?
Yeah, that's
I remember people telling me when I was screaming that everything is going to be distributed through Wi-Fi. People in the radio industry like that. I mean, maybe in our kids' lifetime, but and that should happen
We're here.
within 5 years. Where it's like, it's all everything's distributed through the
main,
internet.
okay, the main thing you're going to have to see, the main shift you're going to have to see, right, is industry. And you're already seeing that. In fact, I think, didn't the U.S. mail system this week roll out a whole new fleet of all electric vehicles?
Yeah.
See, when the infrastructure, like when our entire society starts changing, then of course we'll assimilate because everything will get cheaper.
I won't lie, if they made a car that looked like my Challenger that was all electric, I'd buy that.
They will.
For sure. I just don't like the look of electric cars right now.
Yeah, they're a
I
little
think
weird.
they look...
And you like the classic muscle car sound. You can say that. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm
They
just
just look masculine to me.
I've heard people talk about the self-driving cars and then how that everybody believes that it'll eventually no Uber will have a driver. It'll all just be self-driving electric cars and stuff. And they've already been testing them and so it's like you get out, it'll cut down on traffic. We were talking about that earlier with Fisher about like how many people are moving to Florida because it's the red hot dick of the United
Can we
States.
close Florida?
Get out of here.
We're closed, baby.
Get
Don't
out
come
of
here.
We know,
Dude,
what
housing
we got.
prices
we love this joint.
are insane, and
I barely got a house, guys.
Get out of here.
Now it's so
hard.
insanely expensive.
And so, and he's like, man, they're gonna have to fix I-4, and I'm like, in 15 years,
Ben needed to fix I-4.
the problem is there are too many cars, and not every human needs to have a car. And then if you start, with just self-driving cars that just is like mass transit, but it's just electric.
If we could get mass transit, that'd help.
Well, our infrastructure is not.
No,
we didn't build the city
Right.
for mass transit, so we have the roads. We need self-driving cars that.
You should all get
in.
horses.
do monorails.
I'm back to horses, man.
No.
Horses.
Monorail. What are we?
Well, there's
in the
plenty
90s?
of. There's plenty of.
You know what would
Everything's
suck?
close.
I'm out with
Ride a
my
horse.
wife on my horse. We just hit up Chillers. And we got some sugary drinks. We're loaded, and we want to just get back to the pad just for some butt fucking, and our horse died.
Oh, well, that would suck.
Yeah, one last
Somebody
story,
hit it in
Seth?
an electric car and
You
killed
eat
it.
your
And
horse.
I can't get home now.
Yes, I have one last story. A young woman's menstrual cycle.
Oh God.
Oh my God, you're wheezing. You're laughing like a cartoon villain.
A young woman's menstrual cycle brought tears to her eyes, but unlike most period-related tears, hers were bright red tears of blood.
What?
Yes,
Oh, God.
yes.
What
Just
a
listen.
catch.
Just listen.
Marry that woman now.
Just listen.
Put a ring
When
on
a
it.
25-year-old visited the emergency room with bloody tears oozing from both eyes, it was her second such episode in the past 2 months. Doctors recently reported. Blood tears are a rare condition known as hemolacria, which can have different causes. In this woman's case, her eyes were otherwise normal and she wasn't ill or injured. However, both instances, her bloody tears coincided with the onset of her period. The physicians...
Why'd you say it like
Because it's
that?
yucky.
Yucky.
See, I'm doing it for you.
Yep, he is. True American hero.
The physicians wrote in a case report. I'm going to keep going. Normal menstruation can sometimes trigger
blood tears,
cyclical
Man.
bleeding outside the uterus, known as a vicarious menstruation. The woman's crimson teardrops likely represented a highly unusual convergence of two conditions: vicarious menstruation and hemoclacria.
Oh shit, you got a pussy eyes.
Leading to the period-triggered tears of blood.
It's yuck. This is all.
I just
yuck.
did this because the human body is just amazing.
It is amazing.
Now I'm going to be looking
You
for
see
blood.
what we have to deal with, guys?
Going back to pirates, you have an eye patch, but it's a pad.
And Bonnie, female pirate.
Oh, there's pictures. I didn't see the pictures at the end.
No, don't look at them.
We knew someone.
Oh, it's just as gross as the badge.
Sweated blood.
It is.
It was a cycle thing too. I thought
something that probably just started sweating blood. I saw it on the boat, and I was like, "Oh man,
oh my god!" I think that's your heart's. It's a love. Your heart is telling us to gently put it to sleep. I feel like.
Man, imagine how scared Seth would be if he started crying blood.
Yeah.
You know how scared I get when I just randomly, if it's dry outside and I don't realize it's dry outside, and I have just a tiny bit of blood in my nose, which happens once every 6 months or something like that. If it's like dry or something, I fucking have a panic. Oh yeah, I'm literally ready to go.
Seth was
fucking
a woman. My God!
Every month he's like,
there's too much. Yeah, probably. You're right.
Yeah,
but,
every time it happened, you'd freak out and think
Now
of
your
something.
girl, is she real? Like, if she were to hurt herself, is she real cool under pressure when it comes to like it? Like, if she gets a cold, is she doesn't like?
She doesn't freak out.
Yeah.
She's not like totally. She's not. No, she's not totally cool, but she's not freaking out at all.
Right.
She's just, an average.
Interesting.
This is one of our dump them out topics, but it ties in. So I had noticed a bump in my ear.
I'm gonna barf because this is gross.
The other day.
Wait, I don't know.
I was here. You weren't here.
This was a long time ago where the bumps started to form, and it was like weird. And it was like in the top, the top of your ear where it curves over. It was
I
like
don't know.
the shell.
I don't know what you're
talking about.
Ear.
Yes. So now mine, I could feel it, like I could feel underneath it, and it was like a bump. And I was like, "That's weird. What is this?" And then Crystal, like a couple days ago, she's like, "What is that bump in your ear?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's been here. It formed like a month or two ago."
If my girl said that to me,
well, your ears or something.
Bump on your ear. Oh wait, that's your ear.
Hey, it's asshole.
Dude, bumps.
We know.
He showed the entire
He
chat
told
room.
us at the beginning of the show.
I got lumps all in my neck that I play with all the time.
Oh my God! Don't play with your neck lumps.
This guy's full of lumps.
I have to tell Caesar not to do that.
I literally, I'm like, oh well.
Really?
So
that's your
better way to live.
He just does it to kill time.
Care. But so I was here with
you
Daniel.
Good man, you need a magazine? Nah, I'll just fiddle with my lumps.
But I have an actual medical question for Seth. So I was here with Daniel the other day. We were talking, and I was messing around with my bump in my ear, and then I was like smushing it. And all of a sudden, it goes. This is gross. I apologize, but I felt it go basically it.
You hear the crunch.
It crunched the juice out.
The juice out.
And then I was like, weird. And I told Daniel. Remember, I was like, dude, I
left. I'm like, I'm out.
I think it was filled with fluid or whatever. And now
crunch the juice.
It's a little bit of a bump now that it's like hard as a rock. And
you release the poison into your body.
You got cauliflower.
Okay, is that it? Is that what it was?
What came out?
No, it's probably
was it white or was it bloody?
Nothing came out. It was
all internal.
Oh, you just heard.
It was all internal.
Oh yeah.
Nothing came out.
And I will tell you, I've been wrestling with my boys, and I usually, when I wrestle with them, I put my head down, and they wrestle, and there's a lot of ear
you
rubbing.
got like a little bit of cauliflower. Then probably.
Was that what happened?
That's what it sounded. I mean, when I used to squish it, it sounded like that. And nothing came out. You have to lance it. You have to lance it for it to come out. So
you get more like a broccolini.
Fucking gross.
So what? Like, is it like damage and it causes fluid?
Yeah, the back of the ear, the front of the ear. Whenever there's any sort of trauma to it, the back and the front of the ear get mushed, and then it just fills up with fluid, and then just when you pop it, it kind of goes down, but there's still some in there, and then it just
is it air?
No, it's blood. It's a mixture of like blood and like
barf.
And then
clear fluid,
and that's what
inflammation
over and over years will cause the cauliflower.
Right. Leave your ears alone.
Well, I just had a little bit of it, and I was like, this happened to Seth. I think
I'm a barf.
Plus, your earphones, they're always pushing it down like that. Like
yeah.
Look, they're constantly doing it. I see it. It's all it is.
So my earphones rub back and forth. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's not the wrestling.
I'm gonna barf. Can we move?
When's the last time you washed those headphones?
Never.
Oh, I clean them.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I wipe them down.
I've never washed it.
I hope
Normally, it's just his hair products.
Yeah, well, that'll cause. I'm saying that could be like a. It could have been just like.
I mean, it could have been a big inside zit. Like
from oil.
Inside?
No, this was. I think it was cauliflower ear because of my headphones, maybe. Because I never even thought about my headphones.
Or do you want cauliflower ear because you feel like it makes you more of a man?
No, it's gross. It's super gross.
It is gross.
No, if you get it from headphones.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's from Wrestling with Boys, that's okay.
Wrestling with Boys.
I'll write that down.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
All right, let's take a break.
Let's do it.
And we'll come back with some Dump 'em Out. We got a big list today, so we'll try to rock it through them.
Yep, we do indeed. This is Mike Chick. The name of the song is The High Life Let Me Down Again. We'll be back with more Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOM, the letter NDAN. We'll be right back.
So I saw a post on the BDM page by one of our fine BDMs,
It was
Richard.
Jay. Or was it Richard?
Richard.
It was Richard, yes.
And he was asking, and I started writing this explanation, but I'd rather do it on the show. And here's
Far
you,
more
Richard.
efficient to talk to thousands of people rather than just, messaging Richard on Facebook.
He was saying, basically, should I get the mosquito net system because he's got a really nice pool. He redid it.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. He spent a lot of time making it his little oasis.
And he says, at dusk, he gets swarmed by mosquitoes.
Welcome to Florida.
We live in the swamp. And he's like, I don't have a pool enclosure, so should I get the mosquito nets? And then he asked people's opinions. Hey, here's the thing. I had my mosquito nets before I had the pool enclosure.
You did.
And it was the only way I could use my pool anywhere around dusk and summertime because we would get swarmed by mosquitoes. We try to set all the candles and do all that, but... This system that I have, basically it's a mister system that goes around the perimeter of
You're
my
not even going to know
house.
it's happening.
Yeah. It mists during peak mosquito times, and basically over time it creates a barrier for mosquitoes, and they do not come to your backyard anymore. And now it's all Wi-Fi, so I got the app, Mosquito Nix app.
I wish I had People Nix, where I could spray the spray outside my house, and then people would leave me alone forever.
So when my sons want to go run in the yard outside the pool enclosure, I go on my app and I miss the backyard. I tell them wait 5 minutes and then go, and then no mosquitoes. And it's really, it's
as easy as that.
It saved my backyard. If you can't use your backyard or your pool, then why do you have it? You got an expensive ass pool.
Whoa, you coming at Richard like that, bro?
And so I'm just telling you, it works. It's a
little aggressive.
Ask other people that have the system, and
I have it. Well, I have the mini,
portable.
I have the mini portable one, but man, it's all I need
for balconies.
When I get on my balcony and I got look, it's because a mosquito will ruin the balcony. Okay, I got everything set up. I got some White Claws. I got my Blackstone out there ready to go. I got fajitas. I got a margarita maybe. I'm like, I'm got my music on, and then mosquitoes, and then I don't want to stand out there and cook, right?
Yeah.
But I get my fogger, and it's got a remote. You set it on the little table. It looks like a lantern. You'd never know it's there. No mosquitoes, no problem, and you can replace the little canisters super easy.
If you want to find out more information, go to mosquitonix.com and make sure to tell them Tom and Dan sent you.
Oh, it's my fault. I got real relaxed, and I fucked it all up. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Sitting there, I'm reading. I'm like, hey, this has been a good show. We're doing a good job. You're gonna like this show, everybody.
I started zoning out.
Good show we do.
I just started sitting here, and then Seth's like, "What are you doing for Easter?" I'm like, "Oh God, the thing!
Yeah,
we're doing it. I'm at work.
That's my fault.
God.
I fucked it all up. It is a fun Friday.
I'm sipping on my Mike's Hard Seltzer.
Oh yeah,
you know how much I'd love to have a drink. I haven't had a drink in
Dude, have a drink.
Have a drink.
Months.
I can't. It'll raise your tea.
I can't because the SIBO that I have for my stomach feeds off sugars, and if I drink that, it'll fucking
SIBO. That's
it'd be like a pirate stabbing my stomach.
Right? SIBO is the
vodka or tequila,
cross-eyed
fine.
guy from
Rest in
Friday.
peace.
He's dead, right?
Yeah. So let's do some dump 'em out.
All right, dump him out. I got to turn off Seth things first. Okay, dump him out is.
You got to put Seth's camera on? Or?
Well, it was on.
Oh, gotcha.
But it was on. But see, they're like.
Fish are more important. Get it?
No. With all these buttons, I can't have your logo on you. I guess I could if I spend more time. I've just sing. Just sing along.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottom mix.
Dump 'em out, brought to you by True Leave.
I just wanted to give you some echo. I don't know. Reverb.
If you go to True Leave, there's tons of locations everywhere in Florida. All you have to do is show us what you bought. It could be a picture, it could be a receipt, or whatever you feel comfortable with, and it's not going to be shown to anybody else.
Please be your balls with a joint next to it.
It could be that because all we need is the proof.
Yeah.
And you fill out the submission form on tomandan.com. It's on the front of the BDM page. It's easy. Just show us a picture and your address, and you'll be sent a True Leaf camo hat, a Tom and Dan gift bag filled with like 8 different items, and I'm going to ask Eric to throw in some limited edition stickers and some sunglasses or whatever. Like you get that in the mail just by buying anything at True Leaf.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, for really, like, the stuff that you got at True Leaf is better. Don't get me wrong, but this is pretty damn good.
I went
20% off all day today, by the way.
I took advantage of that.
Happy Friday special.
Anybody got on that Crescendo, the cured resin?
No.
It will.
It is my birthday month, so I will be hitting
Try
it
that.
up.
It's an indica, and it will make you the most lovely. You will be a very lovely boy if you have that. You will love that.
My favorite thing right now is the CBN Sativa gummies. Because
they're always out. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I tried to get them.
I've never gotten
Had
one,
them in my cart. They called me. Yeah, we're sorry. We're all out.
It's basically, it's got CBN in it, but also a more amount of THC than the regular CBN pills. And
is that Butler calling?
It's real good, is it?
This is Butler. Who is this?
Oh, this is Anthony.
Anthony, why would you interrupt Tom talking about CBN capsules?
Because I can, I guess.
Oh, looks like we got ourselves a big dick in here. Okay.
How's it going, dude?
What's up, man?
Doing pretty well. I had a question for you guys.
Yep.
First off, actually, I love the show.
No, we're fucking with you, dude. You're
awesome.
good. You're good. Sorry, I was being stupid. What's up?
No, I that's your guys' MO. I love it.
Go ahead. Tell us how much you like us, sir. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, well, to the end of time.
You slowed him down, Tom. You slowed him down.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Get to your point, sir.
I'm going off subject. Anyways, I just wanted to ask you guys, as far as like a left-hand, right-hand thing, when you guys put your belt on, do you go right to left or left to right?
That's a great question.
Left
to right.
Counterclockwise.
Left to right or right to left? Great question, sir.
Yeah,
and turn your signal off.
Counterclockwise, that's left to
He's
right.
got to make that turn.
No. Don't. Nobody. That's so 2014.
Yeah, I don't think this is a...
They don't wear belts? Tom and Dan do not wear belts.
Hold on. How dare you? I have a belt
I
on
don't
today.
own
Let
a
me
belt
see.
because I've lost a lot of weight.
I don't wear a belt either.
That's the first time I've ever seen you in a belt, and it's loose as
It
fuck.
looks like my 1998.
Tighten that thing.
It's because I...
Oh, my God. Your pants are about to...
Yeah, they're falling off,
No
dude. You need a belt.
I need a
That's
belt.
what I'm trying to tell him. His ass almost came came out in public.
Yeah.
Another
guy pointed his ass at mine, so
I have my fat Tom Van jeans and belt on because I'm too
You got
lazy.
your baggy doofuses on?
I have my baggy doofuses on as well.
I'm too lazy to go
It's a chilly day. Got to put on the baggy doofuses.
Yeah, a new belt and all. But I think everybody puts it counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Who goes the other way?
Somebody must, right?
I go right hand in.
That's counterclockwise, man.
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah.
Maybe if you're left-handed, you
now,
don't, though.
I used to go the other way, and I this is a true story, never told this before.
That's insane.
One time I was putting my belt on before I went to church. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I remember this. Nobody to prove it to, though, or nobody to clarify, because they're all dead. I was putting on my belt the opposite direction. My dad corrected me. He wore a belt and a tie and a suit every day of his life. He corrected me and told me that I was putting my belt on like a woman. Seriously, and I think he meant sort of gay, but he said you're putting it on wrong. You don't go this way. And it's almost like how women's pants button on the opposite side.
We got somebody in the chat.
My dad said that I was putting my belt on like a woman, and I'm going to stand with that, and that's the way I switched.
Someone in the chat said they're left-handed and they go right to left.
So,
maybe it's by which hand you are.
No,
right?
I think men's pants button on one side, women's pants button on the other. I think you put on a belt differently than we do.
It's like,
what side you button on?
My belt's on the left, or my button's on the right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But there's something you have no.
I think traditionally women's pants would button on the opposite side.
Because their hands are more fragile, so you have to be careful.
No, I don't know why this is the thing. I'm telling you, like back in the day, maybe not now because like everything now, like look, Adidas, my new pants I bought, those are like that's the first time I've ever bought a pair of pants that they're like, yeah, this is like unisex. There's no men, women. It's just these are joggers. You're buying joggers.
And
I think we're going to go to a lot of that.
My pop told me that would happen. It starts with the pants.
Yeah, it does. Sorry.
How's a room in the crotch? I mean, that's impossible because the women it needs a tighter fitting area here to make it
maybe
secure.
Maybe they got a big old bush or a big lips.
Not everybody's like you, Seth. Though. I don't need that much room.
I don't need a lot of room either. In fact, if I need more room, I'll just take it to the side.
No, that's what I usually do is take it to the side.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Sometimes I take it to the side.
No
up in the
It's right there.
Yeah, I tuck it up sometimes.
You get a boner, you tuck it up in the waistband, right?
If I do have a boner in my underwear, I always tuck it up. I never tuck it up.
Tuck it down.
I'm a dick up kind of guy. Like even right now, my dick in my underwear is pointing straight up. If I started pissing right now, it'd be a little fountain.
I've forgotten what I've done because I haven't had a boner in 4 months.
I've forgotten what I done.
You haven't had a boner in 4 months?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, man.
With your anxiety, dude. It's just all
I can get you a boner.
It's all tied to your low T.
Yep.
I mean, you lifted your shirt, I was half chubbed a little bit.
Yeah, well, why? Because my belly's all flabby, melty.
It's
I want to fold it over my couch.
So fold my floppy belly over his cock.
Put it on TikTok.
This guy gets it.
Don't put it on TikTok. I can't do business with you if you do that.
So you would never be able
That's
to.
the line.
You'd never be able to hang out with me and Seth ever again. If
I can hang out.
If I make a dick taco.
If I did a dick talk of my belly flab over his dick and I was
I'll hang out, I'll laugh, I just said I can't do business with you anymore. That's it.
I'll hang out.
So what else we got?
First
resurrection eggs.
Okay.
Let me get this.
So I received this, and it was there from an extended family member.
Okay.
That's a very nice person. But they gave this to us or dropped it off through someone else, and maybe they think we need God in our lives or something. But I thought they were regular Easter eggs because I just looked at the top of the box because it was in an Amazon box or whatever.
Okay.
So I didn't pay any attention to it. Then my boys saw it, and then they're like, "Oh, Easter eggs!" And they took it out, and then they were looking at it, and and then that's when I noticed they were resurrection eggs, or at least that's a brand.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well,
is he pulling it up?
I didn't know this existed.
Me either.
And so, and here's the thing: I'm not being disrespectful to anybody's religion. You can do whatever you want. This is America.
Is that dirt in the middle? Like resurrecting from the grave, like a dirt.
Oh my God.
That's hardcore.
Wasn't he in a cave,
So
though?
I showed you guys.
Yeah, he's in a
Tom's-
tomb in a cave.
I showed Tom's photo. Now I'm trying to kind of deep dive in these because I only have one photo.
Yeah. So now here's what.
Oh, praying hands, a donkey.
So this
Hold
is
on,
why
let me get
I'm
a bigger-
fascinated with this,
Okay.
right? So because I don't like whatever, do what you want, resurrection eggs, like you're marketing Christianity. I understand that part of it, but here's the weird part for me, right? So who are these for? Like,
I don't know.
Who's the target market for resurrection eggs?
And unfortunately, my mom.
Why is there a cock in it?
Well, I got high the other day, and I started thinking about this, and I was like, all right. And I started like, who is this for? And then I was like, maybe this is for the hardcore Christian that
Sunday school teacher
that wants to make Easter more fun for their kids. But this is the problem, though.
It's already fun, right?
So
egg hunt.
Well, I think if you're real hardcore, maybe you don't do any of that.
Pagan and try to go a little more Christian.
Yeah,
right?
because I think if you're really hardcore Christian, you don't do any of the Easter Bunny shit, right? And you just go to church. You Black Friday. Today's Black Friday.
It's Good Friday.
Oh, sorry, Good Friday. I don't know the damn thing.
Black Friday.
Whatever.
You're way off, buddy. Way off.
Good Friday. I'm not into your religions.
No, Black Friday has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with capitalism.
To the devil, this is Black Friday.
So, but and I don't think they participate in the Easter egg hunt and the
why would
Easter
you?
Bunny.
It's nothing Christian about
It
it.
has nothing to do with it. So maybe this is for like the people that want to make it a little more fun. The problem is
You're still mixing it, though.
I looked at the package, and in one of the eggs was a miniature crown of thorns.
Yeah.
And, Jesus, the crown of thorns, I know that. And I was like...
No, there's a better one.
So...
The cock?
So
no, I'll show you. Hold on, go back to it, Tom. Look, there's a better one.
I saw
if you
the
scroll
chicken.
over.
Is that a Roman coin?
That's a cat of nine tails for whipping Jesus' back.
Yes.
Oh my God!
No, isn't it? Look, I am not trying to be disrespectful. I was raised. I was raised in a Christian household. I believe if you look at the top.
Oh my God!
Whip. There's a cat of nine tails, and that's what you'd whip Jesus for believing
also
it. Like
a cross.
You think you're a fucking savior? I'm gonna whip your back. You are not real. And I'm Pontius Pilate, and you're going to march your ass through. I'm going to whip you. That's bad.
Yeah, tell me if that's a gold coin. Scroll back over. Is that a Roman gold coin right there?
Yeah.
That's like from when Judas betrayed Jesus with the gold coins. That's when he handed him the gold coins.
But I think that's the point, right? Is
How
to
is any of this fun?
Well, that's the point. It's not fun.
What is it? Just do the church then. Why are you going to have your kids run around your backyard, pick up an Easter egg or a Jesus egg?
Yeah, it's telling the story.
And then open it up to what? Look at a goddamn torture implement that they tortured a human to death because he believed he was the son of God. Like, that's what happened.
No, he was the son of God. He didn't believe it.
Well, okay, whatever.
If you believe in it, he didn't believe it. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference.
But I'm just saying, that is fun. Like, like, why would you do that?
I think the point isn't to be fun, but to what him into thinking like this is what he went through for you.
Well, no, here's our winner. Here's our winner of the day. Goes to Pig Tits Christine, who says, y'all seem to forget that, and I'll even add to her comment, that in our city we have an entire park dedicated to Jesus torture. We did.
That's
I don't know if
true.
Holy Land, I don't know what
I don't
Holy
know that
Land's-
it's reopened yet.
No.
And they were auctioning off a lot of their stuff.
Here's the thing. That's fine because that's what you believed happened and that's based on your religion. What I'm saying is now you just took Easter eggs, which was the fun part of the Easter thing, and then you put all these things.
Hold on, there's one better.
inside them.
There's one better. Hold on, Tom.
But what kid is going to be like? You open that up and you're like, oh yes, I got the Roman coins or whatever.
There's one better.
I got the whip.
Hold on, wait, guys. There's one better that you're missing.
There's a needle with steroids.
No,
in
there's
it.
one great one that you're missing. Hold on. Ready? Wait for it. So I'm going to take you through here. You could get the donkey. You could get the crown of thorns. You could get the Roman coin. You could get the cross that's actually made out of nails, guys. You guys are really missing a lot of intimate details.
Hold on.
The nails are to signify what he was crucified. The cross is made of nails. Remember, Mel Gibson sold nail crosses and became a billionaire. You guys are forgetting all of this. Yes, well, Passion of the Christ.
Passion
He
of the Christ.
sold those little necklaces that
know
were
that.
nails,
Oh my
and he made. I think he sold over 100 million of them. Then
Is that a face mask for COVID?
we got chalice. We got spear. Remember, they pierced Jesus.
they pierced his side.
The side. Then we got praying hands. Then we got little piece of cloth. Then we got cat of nine tails. Then we got chicken and rock. Wait for it. Nothing. One egg has nothing in it. One egg has nothing. One egg. I knew you would love that. One egg, you just get a fucking egg. You got no candy, no whip, no crown. You get nothing. You get a fucking egg. So what you get? Fuck you.
So that's what I'm.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm turning it off. Okay.
That's what drives me crazy because I'm like, who is this for? Like they're selling this.
One of them you get nothing.
I'm gonna buy this just for fun.
These are crazy religious parents, right?
I kind of want these.
Why?
You have these?
That's what I'm saying. Can we get
Yes,
them?
I should have brought them in. So I'm not.
Damn it.
I'm gonna hide these.
Yeah,
with
you know
my
why you didn't
sons.
bring them in? Because his sons probably really like them.
Yeah. They went to that Christian pre-K.
Do they like them?
They were confused by all they wanted was goddamn candy.
No, they want that chicken. Look, it's Hey.
Yeah, it's
Oh, hey.
I miss him.
Anyway, I laughed and laughed about this because I was just like, what?
I did not know this was a
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Is the cloth a shroud of Turin?
Wow.
Is that what that is?
I
You know
have
what?
no idea.
The chat room is nailing it. I love you guys. Your
Nailing.
knowledge. Oh, that's funny. People are saying the empty one is God. Okay, double deck. That's not bad. Or empty the tomb. All right. Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
But put a little piece of paper like this is God. Because this is God.
Why not?
Because the kids are they're gonna run and be like, I found an egg, open it, nothing, and they're like, I got nothing.
Then it's up to the parents to explain to them. It's like, their soul is nothing without God.
Oh my God.
That was a good
You know
one.
what? Cancel Easter.
I mean, we kind of did in my house. I mean, we're gonna.
I keep
It's a
forgetting
spring,
that
man.
it was
It's for
that
spring.
Easter
Yeah.
was even this weekend because I don't have kids. You know what I mean? And I don't do anything for Easter. So
We're
I was
gonna
like, oh
kinda-
shit, this week's Easter.
We're gonna do a little bit of it was big to my mom, so we're gonna do a little tribute to Grammy. We're gonna eat some ravenous pig ham, and
What about the basket of toys?
we're not doing that.
What? You don't give him a basket of toys?
No.
You know what? I salute you.
Hold on, you don't give Maisie
Fuck that,
an Easter
yeah.
basket?
Andrea has one just in case. I got her some candy. I got her some Sour Patches.
But you don't put it in a basket for her?
She'll have an Easter basket, but it's not loaded up with toys. No, we're not.
Well,
gonna
not toys, but in a basket.
No, Tom is
the
referring
Van
to what he got, which was
What do you guys got?
literally a 6-foot-tall Easter basket filled to the brim with GI Joes.
Well, no,
Jesus.
It was, because
What
my
elaborate
mom,
shit are you going to do on Sunday?
Oh,
He goes all out. I don't.
The problem is
I bought one thing, Sour Patch with her name on it. It says Maisie Mix, and it's every flavor. That's all she's getting.
the crow doesn't let me do what I want to do,
I know.
which is when I grew up, I would run to the dining room table, and my mom had Easter baskets, but there was not only Easter baskets, but the whole entire
would
table
just spill over.
was filled with toys. It was second Christmas.
That's pretty dope.
But ended up being.
Well, she was really
bad,
religious,
bad.
though, right?
No,
not his
Oh,
no.
Christine is
Wait,
nailing
I
it
never
today.
even knew about Jesus.
Christine
I
says
thought your parents were.
No,
and that's made you not. Oh, okay.
Christine said to use Tactical Hat's fog machine to add some Easter fog.
Mysterious Easter
When you
bunny.
do the presentation of the baskets, and you can play that Chicago Bulls theme song too.
Now,
as the boys walk out.
This is a bad thing because nobody should do this. Obviously, it's you should get some sensible things or whatever. But I like to go huge and spoil, and they got a garbage room of plastic garbage.
Just garbage,
I stand in there. I'm like, oh my god, this is horrible.
Yeah, no.
And then I just shut the door.
Andrea got
you know you are your mom though. You're
I turned right
you're
into
such
her.
an enabler of like I hate all this plastic shit,
Can I
but
tell you
I'm going to
something?
buy my kids all plastic.
It's been a minute since I've been in a pool floating with his mom, but I do like her stories a little bit better.
Hold on now.
A little bit better. No, she'll tell stories.
He's floating with his mom in the pool.
And then she'll tell me about how he doesn't listen to her and I do, and I'm nice and I'm the sweet one. See, it works both ways. My mom's dead.
Oh, when my mom never stops talking to me, for a split second, I'm like, this is how other people feel. And then I get sad, and then I'm like, get it out of your head.
Don't think about it.
Yeah. What else?
No, she'll pull me aside and she'll be like, I talked to Tom, but he doesn't listen to me. You'll listen to me. And I'm like, that's right, Marilyn. I love you.
When you're around someone just nonstop
I'm
talking
the
all the time, then you're like, oh my god, I'm turned into that.
I know Dan wanted to talk about proper usage of the microwave.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
I don't think I've used a microwave since I put it in my house.
Well, it's not exactly good.
Microwave birdseed.
Yeah.
This birdseed is room temperature.
Actually, I do have a microwave that has a built-in. It has like the oven things in it too. It's both. It's a dual. It's a microwave.
Oh, it's a convection
and
too.
it has a convection baker too, so I can use it as a baker. And
I
it
like
spins
those.
it as it is.
Dude, Crystal just told me, and I sorry to jump off the point,
do
but
it. No,
she
there's no
told me
point.
our oven that we bought like she got an email or something that it has a new available download to turn, like we got the dual oven. Yeah, like apparently
firmware. You got to update your firmware.
It's got a small oven up top. It's like a dual, right?
Yeah.
And the big one on the bottom. But that small one, it's downloading a program today that turns the small one up top into an air fryer. And then I'm like, what? And then
convection, it's just a convection oven.
Yeah. And then I'm like, how the hell is downloading some software? Like, I don't even know it's connected to the internet.
That's what I'm saying. How's it download?
Because it's Wi-Fi, and it'll just check for firmware updates, and it'll update
that's pretty cool.
accordingly. I do like that it's blowing your mind. This has been technology the last 25 years. This is like...
I didn't know it was an oven.
If you updated your iPhone, it would be convection oven.
had a lot of technical problems.
It goes to a taser.
Everybody that I know that uses a microwave only does their microwave based on time. And I had this problem this week because I made all my breakfast sandwiches. I wanted to make these breakfast sandwiches and prepare my breakfast so when I got up, I'd have something to eat and I didn't have to cook, right? Mm-hmm. So I fried all my eggs. I got all my sausages. I got all my English muffins. I made all my, little sandwiches together.
Right. Meal prep.
You made yourself McMuffins?
Put them in, like little, they're nothing.
Seth's shaking his head over there.
Because it's awful food. I thought you were eating good.
It's totally fine. It's not that good. It's not good crazy. So I made these, fold them up, when you put them in the microwave, though, if you just go for time, you're just going to scorch that thing. I've now figured out that you have to be extremely precise with your microwave, and maybe other people know this, but I don't see any y'all motherfuckers do this. So I do 1 minute on 40%. 1 minute on 30%.
Hold on, the percent? I don't even know.
Yeah,
there's like 1,000 buttons on the microwave that I've never used.
Right.
There's literally thousands of buttons.
That's my point.
There's bake by weight. There's defrost by weight. There's cook by
we shit on our microwave because we use it wrong. If we actually used it correctly, so I do 40% 1 minute, 30% 1 minute, and then I do 18 seconds at full power. And it is a fucking awesome McMuffin. Perfect, just like it was made.
You're making that up in your head.
Call my wife.
Well, I know. I believe
because I ruined two of them. And then I went back, and then I just had to get up my graphing paper. I had to sit there and just do the numbers. I figured out the perfect is 1 minute 40%, 1 minute 30%, 18 seconds at full power. It's a perfect. 2 minutes 18 seconds, but at all different power variations.
If you probably just do 33 seconds, that
no sir. Egg was frozen. And sausage was overcooked and dry, and he gets that thing where it sucks all the moisture out of it, and it's just like a little fucking piece of beef jerky. No, sir.
Well, how much experimentation did you do to figure out 30%?
I ruined 2 to 4 other muffins.
Just air fry everything.
You can't air fry a muffin.
Just take 5 extra minutes and cook it by scratch on the stove.
No, I don't have time for
5 minutes.
It's not 5 minutes.
I don't have time for that. I got to run down to my new dojo that I'm opening in the strip mall, and I got to pump these kids out with their fucking belts.
You should listen to what Tom feeds his kid for breakfast. His kids for breakfast.
Well, I was trying to do a variation of that, but also add some quick.
Pancakeos? That's a thing?
Yeah.
What the hell's a pancakeo?
This guy makes his sons 2
Pancakeo?
No, this guy makes his sons 2 separate 4-egg breakfasts.
And then one small piece of fruit.
Yeah,
cut in half.
I got to see it. I got to witness this. We didn't talk about this. I got to see this in Colorado. Yeah. He cuts everything.
Did you guys stay? You stayed in the same house, right?
Yeah.
Did he cook breakfast for Maisie as well?
No, hell no.
Yeah.
No, Maisie don't
separate
eat
breakfast.
His boys will eat their breakfast. Maisie eats a bunch of shit. She's a trash child.
Mm-hmm.
I give her in the mornings. I just hand her a Diet Pepsi and I'm like, go at it. I'm like, get it.
Well, she was making her own breakfast next to me.
She doesn't have time for that. She's like our former president. She drinks 10 Diet Pepsis and then gets to fucking work. She's not lazy. She's not sniffing hair. She's not falling down the stairs. She's getting to fucking work.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's she doesn't want any of that. His kids will actually eat vegetables. Maisie's like, vegetables are idiots. People that eat vegetables are weak.
Listen, vegetables are idiots. Vegetables are idiots.
She hates vegetables.
Let's talk about.
Oh, you want to do the jet skis now?
Yeah, jet skis.
Don't sound so excited.
No, but this was weird for us because it's very rare that you and I find out something that was like a revelation.
Yes.
And this was without a doubt something that I was like, that is weird.
So a BDM on the BDM page, Cooper, posted that he just bought a brand new jet ski at Seminole Power Sports North in Eustis, and he was like, "Look at my new jet ski. I'm going out." And then
We're open, baby.
And then I was like, well, I sent him a message. I'm like, send me your address. I'm going to send you. But by the way, if you use any of our sponsors, just email me and let me know. I will send you a gift. That's my new thing.
Nobody's got to prove it. Just send Tom an email.
Tell me.
Tell me what
take
you
a
want.
picture or something. Anyway, and then Samantha says, I've never been on a jet ski. And we're like, what?
Now, did you feel like me where there was like,
You're not missing
when
anything.
she said that, I am so conditioned to think people like, because we try to keep it light here, but I was like, and then there was this weird pause, and I'm like,
Yeah, you guys were like really shocked.
I was like, are you serious?
Well, we live in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
the jet ski capital of the United States.
We
right?
have to be,
Is
right?
that true?
Yeah.
We have to. No, they do races here.
Surfing capital, jet ski capital.
Well, no, there's two things. I would be willing
Shark
to
bite
believe that jet skis and wakeboarding, we are the place.
Yeah, wakeboarding in Orlando.
I know
there's
we
so
are.
many lakes,
Yeah.
and so
For wakeboarding, we are the destination.
So why have you never been on a jet ski?
Poor my whole life.
Well,
there's
but
that.
dude, jet skis are the poor person's favorite thing.
Poor people don't.
Poor people
Wait,
love
need to
jet
spin
You
on
phrased
jet
the
skis.
question wrong. You phrased the question wrong. Have you ever felt like you were lifted out of your seat like a homeless person smelling or in a cartoon food, and you wanted to twinkle toe over to a jet ski? Because that's normally what poor people do. They're usually like, and they do the...
It's every poor person's fantasy because it's my fantasy still.
You're drawn to it, right?
To buy a jet ski.
You're drawn to it.
Me and Daniel have had the same joke with
I
our
always
accountant
want jet
Bernie,
skis.
where every
I
time
bought one and sold it in 2 months because I got motion sickness. It
Oh,
was so
my
fucking
God.
sad.
Hold on, which one is it? Are you tough or are you goddamn pussy?
I know.
I don't.
I think we know he's a pussy, right?
Hold on, you beat up Kimmel Slice.
He's a pussy that punches. I mean,
Help it.
He's a bunch of pussies.
If I went,
Some of the scary. You Bob Sapp.
I'm not scared
You
of a jet
got
ski.
in the ring with Bob goddamn
Well,
Sapp.
that's probably why I have dizziness when I go on a jet ski now.
Oh,
I can go straight. I love going straight. If it's just one straight, if I just cross the Atlantic in just one straight line, I'm good. But as soon as I start having fun and like turning and twisting, I'm like, I want to fucking, my head starts spinning. I want to throw up.
That's the
And I
funnest
hate
part.
life. No, it's the worst part. I'm miserable.
I want to go on a roller coaster, but I want it to be flat and straight.
Yes, that I would do. That's why I don't go on roller coasters, because it's like a jet ski.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. You're not missing anything.
How is this possible? Go look up Bob Sapp for everybody. Look up Bob Sapp and Seth Petrozelli.
No, Bob Sapp has been described.
What does that matter? It doesn't.
No, you know why it matters is because he's been described as one of the scariest people alive.
Yeah. Because it's insane.
He's a killing machine.
Anyway, jet skis. Back to jet
so
skis.
yeah, just never been on one.
And I said, and
Yes.
good thing there's no HR. I was like, well, we need to get you out there and blow your titties out of a bikini on a jet ski.
So
That's what they're for.
I'll go on it then.
EJ says that me and Seth can go ride his jet skis.
well,
I don't know.
speaking of that,
top tier jet ski.
I'll go watch Sam drive on it. That's it.
I think it's
I
time.
got a Baywatch red one piece now.
Now you trying to kill this guy?
It's a deep V to the P.
Whoa, stop it.
Husband loves it.
When she leans into this, it rattles you. Makes you.
You're taking the power away.
Yeah, don't take the power away. Or actually keep doing that. Later.
So,
But then you both followed up with telling me how dangerous they are. So then why
'Cause
the
they are.
fuck do I want to be on one?
They are
that's the fun. Also, we need to do a jet ski cast. Well, I'll take my boat out. We'll go out to Lake
here we
Monroe.
go.
Yeah,
I'll
you wanna go?
I'll borrow.
Lake Monroe?
I'm gonna take a lot of Dramamine.
It's
Really? Just for like a ski boat?
Well, any type of thing that is not solid under me, I need Dramamine.
I saw you were selling your motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm selling a motorcycle.
Why?
Well, that
He's
is mainly
pussy.
because I know that I like running it. That's fun because I'm not going it. I'm straight line.
Oh, he only goes down straight roads.
I barely turn.
Walk a walk. All right, go fast back to your driveway.
No, because I have under 2,000 miles on a thing, and I've had it for years.
Yeah.
I just don't have time to drive.
I mean,
don't drive
at
it.
this point, it's basically a collector's item. Victory Motorcycles, one of the best made motorcycles. I love that company.
Now you
I've got
airbrush
phenomenal.
a bunch of gorillas all
Yeah,
over it.
so
That's
that's
going to
the
hurt
only-
the
yeah,
price of it.
yeah.
I think
No, it's cool. Good airbrush.
You have
It is
gorillas
good.
on
Yeah.
your motorcycle?
Yeah, and there's one mother gorilla in the center.
A
of it.
mama gorilla?
Yeah, she's like beckoning you to come join the tribe.
It's
He's
like
the
this,
silverback.
and it has big gorilla mommy tits.
It does. It's big sagger.
Who would buy that, Seth? Who would buy
It's a
that?
motorcycle with a male.
Well, there's a guy that's interested.
Okay.
He said his payday's Friday, next
Yeah.
Friday. He said
Hey,
he's
that
coming
poor
to go.
guy trying to buy your
I'll get paid on Friday. I'm coming to get that gorilla tit.
And he's a BDM.
Oh, he's a BDM.
Guess what? He's not getting that motorcycle next Friday.
Guess where I sold my last engagement ring to?
Oh no,
a BDM.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, I'm giving this ring to my girlfriend.
That guy's divorced now.
I call it gorilla tits.
When I sold it to him, the thing I told him, I think I said this before. I was like, "Help! It brings you better luck than it did me, sir." and he gave me the 10 grand and walked right out.
Oh my
10
God.
grand?
Oh, I paid like 17, 18 grand for that.
Oh man!
Who'd you sell this to?
I big dicked it a little bit.
Did you know who you sold it to? Like,
I probably could look it back on. And see
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. I thought.
you know what you do after you sell your engagement ring to a BDM? You sit on your motorcycle and stare at your gorilla tits.
And then say, "I'm going to sell you too."
I thought
sell everything.
That beats the time that we had a shit ton of leftover margarita pouched wine coolers that we got for Tommy's first birthday or whatever.
Remember those?
The
Yeah,
Gringos?
I was the only one drinking them because everybody else is a fucking square. An old party
I didn't
daddy.
get invited.
Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted to been there. The only reason I was drinking it was because it was fucking miserable.
There was a
hot.
It
I
was.
would have gone for margaritas.
They looked like the high C pouches or whatever, like
They're
silver
great.
bagged, but they were bigger.
Capri Sun?
Yeah, they look like Capri Sun, but they're filled with like margarita alcohol, like
great.
strawberry
Oh, yeah.
daiquiris or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, of course, nobody but me and Daniel drank some because they're not white trash.
Yeah.
And then we had
People don't drink at kids' birthday parties.
we had like 35.
You guys go to the wrong birthday parties. They do it all the ones I go to.
yeah. Well, that's what we thought. I thought alcohol at kids' birthday
Yeah,
parties.
hell yeah.
Oh, but we're living a different time
Yeah.
now, and it's like not proper.
Yeah, the people's like, oh, wow, power breakfast, huh? Like, we're like making comments. I'm like, why don't you mind your fucking business?
For
Which is
real.
probably not the thing to say at the birthday party.
It's
But
fine.
anyway,
He's a baby.
and then I gave them away on the BDM page, and I was loading it into the trunk of some BDM in front of my house, and I thought that was the lowest moment. But selling your engagement ring to a BDM, that's
At least I sold
But he
it.
got 10 grand out of it, so.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
It wasn't worth the 7 I lost.
Did you advertise that on the BDM page? How did
it was
you
on
know?
Facebook. It was on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they wrote me and said, "Hey, I'm a fan of yours. I like your ring."
That's a embarrassing thing to sell, right? What's
more of an-
Isn't it less embarrassing than following through with it and having a miserable life? And
That's true.
Than getting a
no,
divorce?
that shows you have commitment.
Commit to the mistake.
Yeah. You fully committed.
Okay, so
And
you
you're
could make an argument.
I'm here till one of us dies first.
Till death do us part, baby.
And do we know if this guy is still married?
I have no. I'm actually kind of interested how you guys are bringing it up because
Did he test it?
This has been 3 years.
What's more
now.
embarrassing?
How did he know it was a
2 years.
legit
I
diamond?
just moved into my house. I just moved into the new house that I was rehabbing when I sold it.
What's-
So it was 2.5 years ago. 3
What's more embarrassing, you're selling an engagement ring or a treadmill? Because they're both signs that you've given up on something.
Yeah,
right?
you failed.
You failed.
You failed.
It's a sign
Yeah.
of failure, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like there's one
The
thing,
treadmill, I feel like you should just throw out.
If
You
you-
have to smash it and throw it out in little pieces.
or a complete like workout system. That
Yeah.
is like you bought it and you failed, and now you're trying to get rid of it.
I mean, I see those people on the Peloton page every day.
Really? So-
Every day. Yeah, I'm not one of those guys. In fact, I upgraded to the new bike.
Yeah.
God, I love mine so much. But yeah, sometimes it's just not for you, and you can't commit to it. So
So I just got a text real fast from
Yeah.
Tracy. She's lived in Florida her whole life, born here, never been on a jet ski either.
really?
Yeah, but she's like
double
18 years
jet
old. I'm
ski party.
Hold on.
She's 23.
Oh, me and her on one jet ski together.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
where I was
god!
going with
Oh
this.
my
Let's put
god!
that on
We got
TikTok.
something for
That's where I was
everybody.
going with
I'll
this.
be in the front because I got the tits.
Yeah.
She'll be in the back because she's got the ass.
Oh, we got
but
something for
that's-
everybody there too.
Oh, can
my
I be in the
God.
middle with my fucking...
No.
Never mind.
Can I be in the middle stroking my cock? Is what you're gonna
That's
say?
what I was going for, but I didn't want to say it.
Why would you say that?
I'm sitting in court and getting big shoulder pads, and then the prosecuting attorney's like, "So you had your employee out on a jet ski with one of your paid sponsors, who's also suing you, by the way, and a local MMA fighter was jacking. Oh, he's masturbating.
It's a jack ski.
You said a
And
local. You just said a local MMA fighter was jacking off, and he goes like it's the greatest thing he's heard.
We're doing it, baby.
It's got to be after.
I mean, if there's anything, DeSantis is going to stamp off on.
That's true. That is true.
Because did you check Facebook
when he was at Dixie Crossroads?
He's going to be on my boat drinking a Miller Lite.
He's there right now. He's at Titusville Dixie Crossroads having lunch, and he's partying.
Oh yeah.
But just him and the one guy next to him was smiling. Everybody else was like, had their head down. They're embarrassed as hell.
He's drinking the Miller Lite.
He's got the
Miller Lite, baby.
He's standing outsid like there's a fiberglass shrimp sculpture with a chef hat on. We're open, baby. We got anything else?
Get him on a jet ski.
Wait a minute.
Got a ton of stuff
Sam in the front, DeSantis in the center,
No, fuck
and
that. I don't want to
Tracy
be
on the back.
with DeSantis.
Well, no, I mean, it's not about politics.
He won't be
It's
jacking off.
No,
like
no,
Seth.
he will not.
It's either
I'll be on the sidelines with
Tracy.
2 needles in my leg.
I got a little cabin. You can go in the cabin. And I got a portal toilet.
I gotta get ready for the night.
We're going to have to bring back the Jack and Box.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Jack and Box.
Pabone, make that art. Seth doing steroids on my boat, and then the girls on the jet ski. All right.
This was a fun Friday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you would throw that jet ski bit on Twitch, and we're going to break some numbers.
Yeah, well, we said that, and then it's just me pushing boxes out of the way.
I put my titties on TikTok, and y'all got more with a damn prank in the bathroom.
You came up in conversation this morning because I was like, why did Seth have his girlfriend just dancing in lingerie on our Medium page again? And we couldn't figure it out.
That was during his freak out.
Yeah, it was during your freak out.
You're
like, I'm freaking out. Go show your body. How does that work?
I don't know. Did I say? Did you do that? I don't know if I told her to do that.
Of course.
I mean, I don't think she just said, you know what these BDMs need? And I don't even know what it stands for. And I don't even know it's my boyfriend's dumb something. But you know what? I'm going to go in there and just dance the lingerie.
He's an old man he hangs out with. I think it's a radio. I don't know.
I believe your girlfriend thinks that Tom and I are the blue pill men from porno. I look like one.
Hey, have you seen that?
No, I don't know.
Blue pill
No,
men?
you've seen it.
I look like one of the blue pill men.
It's the category of guys.
Young, old.
They do like they say they
It's Viagra, glucose Viagra, yeah, I get it.
but they're
But
just
it's-
old
they're
men
older men.
with
It's just
younger
young, old.
porn
Yeah.
stars.
Oh, I see.
And they do
Yeah.
weird things.
They're
you
like
know?
really older.
Like they're still
50s
in
and
their
60s.
like Santa belt slacks and like some sort of polo while he's got his finger in her butthole. It's weird.
I always look at the girl's face
For
and
regret.
I'm just like, oh man.
I'm like, do my friends know there's an old man's finger in that butthole?
They know for sure. For sure, they know.
Do they bring it up?
No,
Yeah,
maybe.
Sunday brunch, you bring it up.
No, do you ever
They
bring it
know.
up? Like, hey, I know you're in adult films, and I'm not a sex worker shamer, Tracy, or no, excuse me, Jillian. It's just the
Jillian.
Jillian, this is the girl I'm talking to. I know you're in that, but what have you been doing lately?
I work for this company, Bareback Productions, and then I worked with the Blue Pill Men.
Oh yeah. Then everybody looks it up. They see.
Of course.
Blue pill. That's like Blue Man Group.
So Seth, how can people spin the wheel of money at your karate dojo?
Well, there's gonna be no wheel. I was joking about that. But if you want some real traditional Japanese karate, then you can go to karateoforlando.com, shoot a message there, send me information, or just go to my Instagram at SilverbackSeth, shoot me a message there. I always hook the BDMs up at the main jungle, the jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and fitness. And I also hook you guys up at the karate dojo
it's not
as well.
It's not the same, but it is interwoven. But there's
it's
the
interwoven.
jungle for your MMA and fitness. And
I'm not. I'm just saying. I went to karateoforlando.com and it's not working.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, why would you?
I
do
know.
that
Well,
live on
did you
the
pay
show?
GoDaddy?
I have.
I was gonna put it in the Twitch chat.
They're honestly working on it. I thought it was yesterday or the day before they should have been done, but they're integrating it with the Jungle website right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
blame this.
I don't know
on-
why that's not. It should
I
be
blame this
working,
on Butler's ginormous asshole.
By the way, I can't believe he didn't bring.
Oh, it's good.
THC. To
Yeah, apparently
I
Sure,
googled
mine's
and
not.
clicked the link, but yeah.
Joke
Mine's
of
not,
the,
though.
Joke of the day. Actually,
Yours isn't working?
No, in
Sam
Chrome.
was in the running for joke of the day, but I got to give it to Tracy Claus because Tracy Claus told
Oh no,
Butler.
I just shared the wrong one. I put karate Orlando.
Tracy Claus said, "Butler, why didn't you bring any weed? That's a loser move." And then she said, "You could have stashed it in your wide asshole." And that's really funny. That's a really mean and funny, Tracy. Well done. You're getting drunk. You're drunk early today. Stay out of the bus loop.
But can we do a May thing? You think would you guys be down for that? I'm putting you on the spot on there just to see.
What to go to the thing?
gotta
So
do?
like a grand opening. You
When
don't do
is it?
anything.
Do I have to
When is
just go
May,
show up?
May 8th. It's Saturday, May 8th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's just 2 hours.
Do you want me to bring?
I'm going to
my-
do demonstrations. I'm going to have the girls do a bunch
Are
of
you
kata
gonna do a
demonstrations. I think I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do some breaking. Can I break a bunch of bricks on you again, or kick a bat out of your
Only
head?
if you play Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
Or you can. I don't know. Do something. Kick the watermelon off your head. And
yeah, that'd be cool.
Can they do that thing where they jump on the people's shoulders and then jump up and do the super high?
Oh, we
kick
were
of
watching that when they kick all the little playing cards.
Like, look how many times he kicked.
Yeah, that's a lot of kicking. That's
Yeah,
not
and
going
it's
to-
practical fighting too.
We'll
Like-
show up. We'll go.
Yeah,
Well, any BDMs that want to go, it's from 11 to 1 on May 8th. But I'll be here after.
May 8th, we'll be there.
So semantics, is that this weekend?
That is this weekend,
All right.
yeah. So we're going to have Eric Pabone on this week,
Hey!
as well as my buddy Derek, who does the Conspiracy Theory podcast with me. You heard about this one?
Go support Eric Pabone, buy his unfortunate Voltron shirt. I believe it's on Sunshine. Sunshine. It's on Sunshine State Threads. Sunshine State
Yeah, you can buy it
Threads.
online now, too, yeah.
Yep.
It's attached to the West End. So when you're
Yep.
Sanfording, just swing on by the West End or Celery City and buy. They've got a couple Tom and Dan shirts. It's Sanford and Son Tom and Dan shirts.
I love that shirt.
Unfortunate Voltron. Yeah, I got one.
I don't have a tag in mine, so I don't know what brand it is, but it fits my.
Soft.
It fits
Oh, yeah.
me good.
Paul gets the nice stuff.
Yeah, but like I don't know what it is. He also says sometimes they're expensive, and then he complains about them. Then he wants to push food trucks over. He's mad. He's a mad man.
All right, guys. We appreciate it. We will have some stories, of course, from Butler when he gets back next
And
week.
Easter stories, probably.
Yeah, on the
Yep.
BDM
Good
show.
luck with your resurrection eggs.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that on the BDM show and
Yep.
all that. And
And collectively a giant bye-bye, right?
Yep. Bye-bye.
Wait a minute, I can't publish that. It's mediocre.